The sleek, silver SpaceX launch pad gleamed under the harsh lights of the night. Elon Musk stood in his private office, staring at the wall of screens before him. His fingers hovered over the tablet on his desk, a cold sweat lining his palms. Everything had led to this moment, the launch that could either solidify his vision of the future or destroy it all in an instant. The countdown was ticking away. His engineers were on edge, a sense of palpable tension floating in the air. A mission to Mars. The first human crew would soon be sent beyond Earth's atmosphere. And yet, in this critical moment, something felt off. "Elon, are you okay?" His chief engineer, Tim, had asked, sensing the unease. Elon turned to face him. Tim's eyes flickered with concern, but Elon's expression was unreadable. "I'm fine," Elon replied, forcing a calmness he didn't feel. His mind was elsewhere, though, thinking about the bigger picture. Not just about rockets and engines, but about the way technology could solve the world's most pressing issues: climate change, energy crises, and inequality. He couldn't shake the image of the children he'd met during his last trip to Africa, children who barely had access to clean water. What if all of this, his companies, his plans, his wealth, couldn't solve that? Hit subscribe and leave a comment with where you're watching from. This story might just spark a new beginning. What's one thing that always pushes you forward, even when things get tough? The countdown continued. 10, 9, 8. His mind raced faster than the seconds. The bright future he envisioned for humanity, free from fossil fuels, powered by clean energy, humanity's reach extending to the stars, was within his grasp. But there was something else gnawing at him. Could it truly make a difference if he didn't focus on fixing the problems right here, on Earth? His thoughts turned to his own life, the struggles he'd faced, the countless failures, and his personal journey that had brought him to this point. His hands gripped the edge of his desk as he prepared for the monumental event ahead. But, in the back of his mind, he couldn't shake the feeling that his true purpose wasn't just to colonize Mars. Suddenly, the sharp beep of the timer snapped him back to reality. 3, 2, 1. The room went silent, except for the deafening roar of the engines igniting. SpaceX's Falcon Heavy rocket shot up into the night sky. The weight of the world seemed to hang in the balance. But what if, just for once, Elon Musk took a step back and focused on something more than rockets and engines? What if, in addition to changing the future of space travel, he could help change the future of the people who needed it most, those who felt like they didn't have a future at all? Elon's childhood wasn't marked by the glitz and glamour that surrounded him now. He wasn't born into money. Instead, he grew up in Pretoria, South Africa, where his parents' divorce left him with a sense of isolation and a hunger for understanding. Books became his refuge, books on everything from science fiction to physics, even philosophy. His mind raced faster than the words on the pages, a restless energy that pushed him toward a future he couldn't yet comprehend. His father, Elon Musk, was brilliant, but cold and demanding. Elon had always felt he was living in his father's shadow, and that only intensified as he watched his father's cynical view of the world shape his worldview. His father had never been a source of support, emotionally or financially, and that sense of abandonment became something Elon could never quite escape. But his mother, May, was something else entirely. She was a model, a dietitian, and a woman of quiet strength. May had always told him, "You have to be kind to people, even when they don't deserve it." It was something Elon never fully understood until much later in life, how important compassion really was. As a child, Elon was often bullied. His sharp intellect made him a target for the school bullies, who would taunt him for being different. But instead of retreating into himself, he threw himself deeper into his work, learning computer programming at the age of 12 and developing his first video game. It was the beginning of his lifelong obsession with problem solving. By the time Elon reached adulthood, his drive to change the world was in full force. In his early 20s, he moved to Canada to attend Queen's University and later transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States. The challenges of being an immigrant in a foreign country, combined with the overwhelming pressure to succeed, only intensified his ambition. But his mind, as sharp and calculating as it was, had also begun to ask a deeper question. What is the point of all this, if I'm just building technology that doesn't serve humanity at its core? That question wouldn't go away, no matter how much success he had. His ventures, Zip2, PayPal, and eventually Tesla, brought him incredible financial success, but he always felt like there was something missing. No matter how many millions his companies made, no matter how many accolades he received, he couldn't shake the feeling that the true challenge lay in making a difference beyond technology. Back in the present, the successful launch of the Falcon Heavy was just the latest in a long string of victories, but as Elon watched the rocket disappear into the distance, he couldn't help but feel a sense of emptiness. His companies were changing the world. Tesla was pushing for sustainable energy. SpaceX was driving the possibilities of human life on Mars. But was that enough? There was still a nagging question, one that haunted him more than any competitor's criticism, more than any rocket explosion or business failure. Could all of this make a real difference for people on Earth? As the rocket ascended into the sky, he couldn't help but think back to his childhood in South Africa. He'd seen so much hardship in the world. The poverty, the inequality, the lack of opportunities for the less fortunate. And now, as the world watched his success, he couldn't help but wonder, was this what it took to change things? Or was there something more he could do with his influence, something that went beyond the reach of rockets and electric cars? A soft ding from his phone brought him out of his reverie. It was a tweet from a fan who had followed his work from the beginning. "Thank you, at Elon Musk, for showing us what's possible. You're not just building a future, you're making lives better. Keep pushing for the stars, but don't forget the people down here." The message wasn't extraordinary, but to Elon, it felt like a sign. Maybe, just maybe, it wasn't about conquering space alone. Maybe the real mission was to change life on Earth, one person at a time. His gaze turned back to the sky, where the rocket was now a speck against the dark expanse. His journey was far from over. But in that moment, he knew one thing for sure. If he was going to change the world, he had to start with compassion. Change starts here. Elon Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa, to a Canadian mother and a South African father. His early years were marked by a mix of loneliness and intellectual curiosity, qualities that would shape him into the driven, visionary entrepreneur the world would come to know. Growing up in South Africa was far from easy. The country was divided, politically turbulent, and full of social tensions that weighed heavily on the young Elon. His father, Elon Musk, was a brilliant yet distant figure. A successful electromechanical engineer, Errol had a sharp mind but was emotionally distant, often leaving Elon to navigate life alone. As a child, Elon felt like an outsider in his own home. His father's harsh words and criticisms echoed in his mind, creating a sense of isolation that was only compounded by the kids at school. At home, there was no solace either. Errol was known for his intellectual arrogance and inability to connect emotionally. He often dismissed Elon's interests as trivial, telling him that his dreams were impractical or foolish. He believed that to be successful, one had to make tough decisions, regardless of the personal costs. Elon's mother, May Musk, was the opposite. She was soft-spoken, warm, and always willing to listen. A model and a dietitian, May had raised Elon and his siblings, his brother Kimball and sister Tosca, largely on her own after she and Errol separated. Although she wasn't wealthy, May instilled in Elon a deep sense of resilience, teaching him that kindness was just as important as intellect. "Life is hard enough," she often said. "The world doesn't need more coldness. You have to be kind, even when they don't deserve it." Her words stayed with him long after the fighting stopped, and the household grew quieter. In the midst of his father's scorn, it was his mother's gentle encouragement that kept Elon grounded. But, despite her kindness, Elon still struggled. He was different, intense, curious, and more interested in science and technology than in playing with other children. This caused tension, and by the time he reached his early teens, Elon found himself the target of bullying. The kids at school didn't understand him. They called him names, pushed him around, and mocked his solitary nature. He spent much of his time reading, his face buried in books about physics, philosophy, and science fiction. He was fascinated by the possibility of space travel, artificial intelligence, and the future of human civilization. It was through books and computers that Elon began to carve out a space for himself. At the age of 10, he discovered a fascination with computers and teaching himself programming. His first project was creating a video game called Blaster, which he sold to a computer magazine for $500. The experience was a turning point. He realized that his mind, sharp as it was, had the power to create and innovate. Elon's early life wasn't just marked by isolation. It was also shaped by a burning desire to escape the confines of his small world. He dreamed of a future where his ideas could change the world, not just in small ways, but in ways that would push humanity toward a better future. These early moments of creative freedom fueled his ambition, even if it wasn't fully understood by the world around him. His father, unimpressed by Elon's budding passion for technology, often pushed him to take a more practical route. "Why waste your time on these pipe dreams, Elon? No one cares about that stuff," Errol would say, his voice heavy with disdain. But Elon couldn't ignore the call of his imagination. He felt that technology was his escape, his ticket to a future where he could solve real-world problems. He wasn't content to simply absorb knowledge. He wanted to create something that would make a lasting impact on the world. At age 17, after completing his schooling in South Africa, Elon made a decision that would change the course of his life. He left for Canada, without a clear plan, but with an unshakable belief in his ability to build something meaningful. His mother's family lived in Canada, and though Elon was initially reluctant to leave his home country, the chance to study in a more developed country was an opportunity he couldn't pass up. Canada was a far cry from Pretoria. The pace was different, the people were different, and most importantly, the opportunities felt endless. Elon enrolled at Queen's University in Ontario, where he began his studies in economics and physics. He found the Canadian system more open-minded, less rigid, and more supportive of his unconventional ideas. But even in Canada, Elon still felt a deep yearning for something more. In the quiet hours of the night, he'd often dream about Silicon Valley, the place that seemed to promise everything he'd longed for, a hub of technology, innovation, and boundless opportunity. After just 2 years at Queen's, Elon transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States, where he earned degrees in both economics and physics. His time at Penn was marked by a new sense of freedom. He was surrounded by like-minded individuals who shared his passion for technology and business. But the drive to build something world-changing was never far from his mind. He started dabbling in small entrepreneurial ventures, all while his studies pushed him further into the world of business and innovation. By the time he graduated, Elon knew that his future wouldn't be in classrooms or traditional careers. He was ready to make his mark. By the mid-90s, Elon Musk's drive had crystallized. He dropped out of Stanford University just 2 days into his PhD program to launch Zip2, his first big business venture. With a few $1,000s in his pocket, he set out with his brother Kimball to create a platform that would help newspapers build an online presence. Though it was a modest start, Zip2 laid the foundation for what would become a string of world-changing ventures. But what drove Elon, more than anything, was his desire to push the limits of what was possible. From Zip2 to PayPal, to the creation of Tesla and SpaceX, Elon's journey was always one of overcoming odds, both personal and professional. But perhaps more important than his technological achievements, which would eventually revolutionize industries, was the philosophical belief that drove him. That innovation, when done with compassion and a sense of responsibility, could change the course of humanity. In the coming years, the world would see that vision come to life. But before that, Elon Musk's story was still in its early stages. The childhood that had been filled with isolation, doubt, and rejection had laid the groundwork for a future that would be far more impactful than anyone could have imagined. The journey to change the world is rarely straightforward, and for Elon Musk, it was no different. In fact, his path was often riddled with rejection, skepticism, and outright failure. But the more obstacles Elon faced, the more determined he became. He wasn't just fighting to build companies, he was fighting for his vision of the future, one where humanity would live sustainably on Earth and beyond. After leaving Stanford and co-founding Zip2, Elon's first taste of business success came in the form of a $307 million buyout when Compaq purchased Zip2 in 1999. It was a windfall for the Musk brothers, but Elon was already looking beyond the money. The sale of Zip2 didn't satisfy him. It merely fueled his desire to tackle bigger challenges. And so, he set his sights on something more ambitious, the future of payments. In 1999, Elon founded X.com, an online payment company, with the goal of revolutionizing the way the world transferred money. At the time, PayPal didn't exist yet, and traditional banks were still entrenched in their old systems. Elon believed there was a simpler, more efficient way to handle online payments, and X.com was his answer. The vision was grand. X.com wasn't just a payment platform. Elon saw it as the future of global commerce, a way to break down financial barriers and create a truly global economy. But the road to success was far from smooth. X.com started with a bang, attracting millions in investment. Yet, internally, the company was plagued by tension. Elon, whose ideas were always big and ambitious, had a different approach to business than his team. His relentless drive for perfection sometimes came across as stubbornness, and his impatience with the slow pace of traditional finance culture clashed with his team's expectations. He wasn't just trying to build a company, he was trying to change the world. As the company grew, Elon's vision began to cause friction with his own team. He was pushing for rapid innovation, while others were focused on building a more conservative, traditional product. The tension eventually culminated in a boardroom coup. In 2000, after less than a year at the helm, Elon was forced out of the CEO position by the board, led by investors who feared he was too unconventional for the role. Elon Musk, the visionary who had made millions from Zip2 and launched a company that had the potential to disrupt the global financial system, was suddenly out of a job. It was a moment of crushing failure, a moment when many would have given up. But for Elon, it was just another obstacle. In fact, it only fueled his determination to prove that he was right. And so, the company that had ousted him went on to rebrand as PayPal, quickly becoming the dominant online payment service. While PayPal skyrocketed in value, Elon was left on the outside, watching his dreams slip away. But Elon Musk wasn't the type to quit. He had a rare ability to turn his failures into motivation, and in the midst of his personal setbacks, he started to dream even bigger. In 2002, just a year after PayPal was sold to eBay for $1.5 billion, Elon Musk launched his next two world-changing ventures. Tesla Motors and SpaceX were born out of his desire to address two of humanity's greatest challenges: sustainable energy and space exploration. Tesla, founded with the goal of making electric cars mainstream, was an extension of Elon's deep commitment to environmental sustainability. He saw the future of transportation as electric, but he knew that in order to convince the world, he would have to build cars that didn't just save energy. They had to be sleek, stylish, and desirable. Tesla's goal was nothing short of radical: to take on the global automotive industry with an entirely new approach. But Tesla faced immediate skepticism. The auto industry was entrenched, and electric vehicles, EVs, were seen as impractical, expensive, and limited. Critics doubted Elon's vision, mocking him for thinking he could create a car company that could challenge giants like Ford and General Motors. The road ahead was fraught with uncertainty, and many expected Tesla to fail. At the same time, SpaceX was beginning to take shape. Elon's vision was even more ambitious. He wanted to make space travel affordable and sustainable. He saw space as the next frontier for humanity, but unlike many before him, he didn't want to just send astronauts into orbit. His dream was to colonize Mars, to make humanity a multiplanetary species. Yet the odds were overwhelmingly against him. The aerospace industry was dominated by government contracts and massive corporations like Boeing and Lockheed Martin. Private companies had never succeeded in launching reusable rockets, let alone making space travel commercially viable. But Elon wasn't discouraged. "I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right," he often said. SpaceX's journey wasn't easy. In fact, it was a series of failures that nearly destroyed the company. The first three launches of SpaceX's Falcon 1 rocket in 2006, 2007, and 2008 ended in failure. Each launch ended in an explosion, each failure more devastating than the last. As the company burned through cash, it seemed like bankruptcy was inevitable. The media had a field day, labeling SpaceX's efforts as ridiculous and foolish. In a world where space exploration was the domain of governments and massive corporations, a small startup trying to launch rockets seemed like a long shot. By 2008, SpaceX was at the brink of collapse. Elon had poured most of his own fortune into the company, and the pressure was immense. The board and his team began to question whether it was time to pull the plug. But Elon refused to give up. In one of the most defining moments of his career, he used the last of his personal fortune to fund one final launch. It was a do-or-die moment. In September 2008, SpaceX launched Falcon 1 for the fourth time. Against all odds, the rocket successfully reached orbit. The moment was nothing short of historic. SpaceX had accomplished what no private company had ever done, successfully launching a rocket into space. That moment marked a turning point, not just for SpaceX, but for Elon Musk himself. The achievement gave him the confidence to continue pushing the boundaries of possibility. But the struggle was far from over. For every victory, there would be more challenges, more doubters, and more obstacles to overcome. Meanwhile, Tesla was facing its own battles. The company's early years were marked by delays, budget overruns, and a constant stream of negative press. The first model, the Roadster, was well received but expensive, making it a niche product for wealthy early adopters. In 2008, Tesla faced bankruptcy. The global financial crisis had hit hard, and investors were pulling out, leaving the company teetering on the edge of collapse. At this critical moment, Elon Musk stepped in, using his own money to keep the company afloat. Tesla's survival was hanging by a thread, and the media continued to mock Elon's efforts to challenge the automotive industry. They called him reckless, naive, and out of touch with reality. Yet, just as with SpaceX, Elon refused to back down. Through sheer determination, the company began to stabilize. Tesla's Model S, introduced in 2012, would become the breakthrough product that proved electric cars could be both high-performance and desirable. The success of the Model S not only validated Elon's vision, but also shifted the perception of electric cars worldwide. Despite all the criticism, setbacks, and failures, Tesla and SpaceX were no longer just struggling startups. They were on the verge of changing the world. By the time Elon Musk was in the midst of his second decade as an entrepreneur, both Tesla and SpaceX were teetering on the edge of success and disaster. For the man whose ambition had never known limits, these companies had become much more than business ventures. They were the embodiment of his life's work, the legacy he hoped to leave for humanity. But getting to this point hadn't been easy, and the road ahead would be fraught with even more challenges. After surviving the early failures of SpaceX and the near collapse of Tesla, Elon had a renewed sense of determination, but also a deep understanding of the stakes. His grand vision of space exploration and sustainable energy was taking shape, but the journey was anything but smooth. After the success of the Falcon 1 launch in 2008, SpaceX had turned a corner. The company's Falcon 9 rocket was in development, and Elon was laser-focused on making the technology not only viable, but revolutionary. His goal was clear: to make space travel cheaper, more efficient, and ultimately sustainable. In 2012, SpaceX achieved a monumental milestone. The Dragon spacecraft, launched atop the Falcon 9 rocket, became the first privately funded spacecraft to dock with the International Space Station, ISS. This was an achievement that many had thought impossible for a small, private company. The success put SpaceX on the map as a serious player in the aerospace industry, and Elon's dream of reusable rockets began to feel less like science fiction and more like a tangible reality. However, achieving this level of success didn't come without cost. The financial pressure remained immense. Despite these incredible accomplishments, NASA and other potential customers were still skeptical. They were hesitant to place their trust in a company that had once seemed like an underdog, and SpaceX continued to operate on a razor-thin budget. But Elon, with his characteristic focus, pushed forward. By 2015, SpaceX successfully landed the first stage booster of its Falcon 9 rocket back on Earth, a feat that had never been done before. This historic landing marked a critical breakthrough for SpaceX, as it demonstrated the possibility of reusing rockets and significantly reducing the cost of space travel. To Elon, this was not just a technical victory, it was a message to the world. SpaceX was changing the rules of the game, and with each successful launch and landing, he was proving that humanity had the ability to reach beyond the Earth, making space more accessible than ever before. At the same time, Tesla was entering its own climactic phase. The company had successfully navigated the financial crisis of 2008, but it was still struggling to prove that electric cars could be more than just niche products for wealthy environmentalists. Elon's vision for a sustainable future involved mainstreaming electric vehicles, and for that, Tesla needed to produce cars that could rival traditional combustion engine vehicles in both performance and price. In 2012, Tesla introduced the Model S, a luxury electric sedan that would change the game. The Model S wasn't just a car, it was a statement. It was sleek, fast, and equipped with cutting-edge technology, including a range that could outpace most other electric vehicles on the market. And while the Model S was a high-end product, it was the first step in Elon's long-term plan to make electric vehicles more affordable and available to the masses. But the success of the Model S didn't come without its challenges. The car was expensive, and production delays caused a host of issues for Tesla. The company was still battling negative press, and many automotive industry experts remained skeptical about whether electric cars could ever achieve mass adoption. But the success of the Model S propelled Tesla into the spotlight, attracting both customers and investors who believed in Elon's vision for a sustainable future. The breakthrough came in 2015 when Tesla launched its Model X, an all-electric SUV. The Model X was another milestone in Elon's journey. With its distinctive falcon wing doors and cutting-edge features, the Model X demonstrated that electric cars didn't have to be ordinary, they could be extraordinary. Despite these achievements, Tesla's road was far from smooth. The company continued to face production challenges, financial strain, and a market that was still unsure about the future of electric vehicles. Yet, Elon remained undeterred. He focused on scaling Tesla's operations, expanding production, and pushing the envelope on what was possible in terms of electric car technology. Elon's ambitions extended beyond just cars and rockets. He saw energy sustainability as the linchpin of a future where humanity could live harmoniously with the planet. In 2006, he co-founded SolarCity, a solar energy company that aimed to reduce the world's reliance on fossil fuels by making solar power affordable and accessible. SolarCity would eventually be merged with Tesla, creating a vertically integrated clean energy company that could produce not only electric cars, but also solar panels and energy storage solutions. In 2016, Tesla began work on the Gigafactory, a massive manufacturing facility designed to produce batteries at a scale never seen before. The goal was to create a self-sustaining ecosystem that could power Tesla's electric vehicles and SolarCity's solar products with renewable energy. The Gigafactory was a critical component of Elon's vision for a sustainable world, and its construction became a symbol of his commitment to solving the energy crisis. The Gigafactory's development was fraught with challenges, ranging from regulatory hurdles to technical obstacles, but its success would make Tesla the global leader in energy storage and electric vehicles. With each new innovation, Elon Musk was proving that his vision for the future was not just possible, it was inevitable. But as SpaceX and Tesla soared to new heights, Elon's personal life was under intense scrutiny. His unrelenting work ethic had already cost him 2 marriages, and his intense focus on his ventures left little time for personal connections. The media frequently painted him as erratic and eccentric, with many questioning whether his relentless drive was worth the personal sacrifices. In 2018, Elon's behavior became a major point of controversy when he made headlines for controversial tweets about taking Tesla private at $420 per share. This statement led to an SEC investigation, and Elon was forced to step down as chairman of Tesla. The incident sparked debates about his leadership style, with critics calling him reckless and irresponsible. However, even in the face of criticism and personal setbacks, Elon's resolve remained unshaken. He had already weathered far worse. The pressure of running multiple billion-dollar companies, facing constant media scrutiny, and battling skepticism from industry leaders only seemed to sharpen his focus. In many ways, Elon thrived in the chaos, using it as fuel for his drive. As SpaceX achieved incredible feats with reusable rockets, and Tesla continued its push for mass electric car adoption, Elon's ultimate dream loomed larger than ever before: to make life multiplanetary. His vision for humanity wasn't just about saving Earth. It was about ensuring the survival of the human race in the event of a global catastrophe. The only way to do that, he believed, was to establish a self-sustaining colony on Mars. In 2018, SpaceX unveiled the Starship, a fully reusable spacecraft designed to take humans to Mars. The Starship was designed to carry up to 100 people, along with supplies, to the Red Planet. With this, Elon's dream of colonizing Mars was no longer a far-off fantasy. It was an achievable goal. While SpaceX and Tesla continued to break records, and SolarCity's merger with Tesla brought about a new era of renewable energy, Elon's focus had always been on the bigger picture. His commitment to creating a better future for humanity was unwavering, and his journey to get there was far from over. As SpaceX and Tesla soared toward unprecedented achievements, the emotional stakes for Elon Musk became increasingly high. With each triumph, there were new challenges, and with every victory, there were deep moments of personal reflection and doubt. While the world celebrated his successes, Elon was often alone, wrestling with the weight of his ambitions, the burdens of leadership, and the sacrifices he'd made. The year was 2018, and Tesla was at a crossroads. The company had made waves with the Model S, Model 3, and Model X, but there were still massive hurdles to overcome. The Model 3, Tesla's most affordable car yet, was intended to be the company's game-changer, but it quickly became a logistical nightmare. Production delays, quality control issues, and financial strain caused a great deal of stress. Elon's relentless work ethic, which had already caused him to sacrifice relationships and personal well-being, now threatened to break him. Tesla was losing money fast. By the end of 2018, the company had only a few months' worth of cash left to keep the operations going. Critics who had long doubted Tesla's survival were now predicting the company's collapse. It was at this point that Elon Musk faced what he later described as one of the most challenging periods of his life. "I had to sleep in the factory. I was working 120-hour weeks. It was very difficult," Elon admitted. "I was living off of Tesla's success, but I was risking everything. My reputation, my financial security, even my health." The pressure was immense. Elon wasn't just trying to keep Tesla alive. He was trying to change the future of transportation, proving that electric cars could be mass-produced. To make matters worse, Tesla was facing growing public scrutiny, not just for its production issues, but for Elon's increasingly erratic behavior. In the summer of 2018, Elon made a controversial decision that only added to his stress. He tweeted that he was considering taking Tesla private at $420 per share, which led to an SEC investigation. This event, often referred to as the $420 tweet, shook the foundations of both Tesla and Elon's personal life. The Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, charged Elon with securities fraud, and he was forced to step down as chairman of Tesla and pay a hefty fine. It was a moment of crisis, a moment where Elon's future seemed uncertain. His behavior, seen by some as reckless and impulsive, began to take a toll on his reputation. Yet, through it all, Elon's focus remained clear. He continued to work tirelessly on the Model 3, battling the production bottlenecks and relentlessly pushing the team at Tesla to meet the production targets. The pressure from investors, media, and even his own board reached a breaking point. But in the midst of it all, Elon proved his resilience. Despite the personal and professional setbacks, Tesla pulled through. By the end of 2018, the company had reached profitability for the first time in years. The Model 3, which had been plagued with delays, was now in full production. Tesla's stock price skyrocketed, and the company's future was no longer in doubt. For Elon, this success was bittersweet. While it cemented his legacy as a visionary entrepreneur, the toll it had taken on his personal life and well-being was profound. He had lost relationships, faced public ridicule, and nearly lost everything he'd worked for. Yet, this victory was a testament to his unyielding belief that anything worth doing required sacrifice. The emotional climax of Elon Musk's career came not just from the success of Tesla, but from his ability to persevere in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. It wasn't just about building electric cars. It was about challenging an entire industry and reshaping the future of humanity. And in the darkest hours, when his vision seemed out of reach, Elon proved that even when things seemed impossible, there was always a way forward. While Tesla was struggling to survive, SpaceX was reaching new heights. The success of Falcon 9, the Dragon spacecraft, and the landing of reusable rockets were creating waves in the aerospace industry. But SpaceX's ultimate goal, sending humans to Mars still seemed like a distant dream. In 2017, SpaceX launched the Falcon Heavy, the most powerful operational rocket in the world at the time. The Falcon Heavy's maiden flight was a critical milestone for SpaceX. Elon had always believed in the potential of reusable rockets, and this success proved that space exploration could be both affordable and sustainable. But the real emotional climax of SpaceX's journey came in May 2020 with the launch of Crew Dragon. After years of development, setbacks, and failures, SpaceX had become the first private company to launch astronauts into orbit. The Crew Dragon spacecraft, launched atop a Falcon 9 rocket, carried NASA astronauts Robert Behnken and Douglas Hurley to the International Space Station. This was a historic moment, not just for SpaceX, but for Elon Musk. For the first time, his dream of privatizing space travel had been realized. The launch was emotional for Elon, who had long seen space exploration as a way to secure humanity's future. Watching the Crew Dragon lift off into space, carrying 2 astronauts to the ISS, was a profound moment for him. It was a culmination of years of risk, sacrifice, and determination. The impossible was no longer just a dream. It was a reality. While his companies were reaching unprecedented success, Elon's personal life was still a battleground. His relationships with his family, friends, and romantic partners were often strained. His drive for success had come at the cost of his own well-being, and his emotional toll was significant. Elon admitted that he often struggled with loneliness and doubt, even as he achieved the very things he had set out to accomplish. In 2018, Elon's relationship with musician Claire Boucher, better known as Grimes, became public. The couple's relationship was unconventional, and many people speculated about its impact on Elon's life. Despite the external drama, Elon often spoke about the importance of having someone in his life who understood his intense work ethic. In many ways, Grimes provided him with a sense of emotional balance, even when his world seemed chaotic. But it was clear that Elon was not immune to the personal costs of his success. In interviews, he often reflected on his struggles with mental health, the toll that his companies had taken on his life, and the constant battle to keep up with his own ambition. Yet, through it all, Elon's passion for his mission remained steadfast. He believed in the importance of what he was doing. Whether it was building sustainable energy solutions, colonizing Mars, or revolutionizing space travel, and that belief carried him through even the darkest times. Elon Musk's story, with all its emotional highs and lows, is ultimately about the future of humanity. His companies, Tesla, SpaceX, SolarCity, are not just businesses. They are the foundation of his vision for a sustainable and multiplanetary future. For Elon, the mission has always been bigger than himself. In his own words, "I want to die on Mars, just not on impact." His ambition to make life multiplanetary and reduce humanity's reliance on fossil fuels is driven by a deep sense of responsibility to future generations. It's a vision that, while audacious, is grounded in the belief that innovation and technology can solve the planet's biggest challenges. At the emotional climax of his journey, Elon Musk stands at the crossroads of success and sacrifice, having created industries and technologies that are reshaping the world. Yet, as always, his gaze remains fixed on the future, not just for himself, but for all of humanity. The year 2021 marked a pivotal point in Elon Musk's journey. His companies, Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink, had reached milestones that seemed unimaginable only a few years earlier. Tesla's electric vehicles were now being produced at a scale that could challenge the entire automotive industry. SpaceX had successfully launched astronauts into space, and Neuralink was taking its first steps in revolutionizing human-computer interfaces. Despite these unprecedented successes, however, Elon's journey was still far from complete. Now, as the dust settled from the storms of earlier years, Elon found himself reflecting on what it had all meant: the trials, the tribulations, the successes, and the failures. In many ways, his journey had been as much about self-discovery as it had been about transforming industries. With the weight of the world's expectations on his shoulders, Elon was now at a crossroads. What had he truly achieved, and what was the legacy he hoped to leave behind? In 2021, Tesla had become the world's most valuable carmaker by market capitalization, despite producing fewer vehicles than its competitors. This was a testament to the impact Elon Musk had made on the automotive industry and to his vision of creating a sustainable future. The Model 3, the company's affordable electric sedan, had become a symbol of the shift toward electric vehicles, with millions of people now driving cars that had zero emissions. But the journey to this point had been incredibly difficult. For years, critics had doubted that Tesla could succeed, and Elon had faced constant pressure to scale production, maintain profitability, and continue innovating. Despite being a pioneer in the electric car revolution, Tesla's path to success was not a smooth one. From production bottlenecks to financial difficulties, there were times when it seemed like Tesla would collapse under the weight of its own ambition. Yet, every time Tesla faced a crisis, Elon found a way forward. He would throw himself into the problem, working endless hours, thinking outside the box, and pushing his team to do the same. And time after time, his efforts paid off. Tesla survived its darkest moments, and today it was a thriving company, setting the stage for a future where electric vehicles were the norm. Elon had achieved his dream of making electric cars mainstream, but he also realized that this success wasn't enough. There was still much more to be done. He knew that sustainable energy needed to become a global priority. This vision was what drove the expansion of Tesla's energy division, including solar products and the Powerwall, an energy storage system designed to help homes and businesses manage solar power. For Elon, the real impact of Tesla was not just about selling cars. It was about shifting the world's energy consumption away from fossil fuels and creating a sustainable future. This long-term vision was what fueled his work and kept him focused on the mission, even during the most challenging moments. SpaceX's story, too, had reached a moment of reflection. In 2020, SpaceX had become the first private company to send astronauts into space, marking a milestone that many experts once thought impossible. But for Elon Musk, this was just the beginning. His dream of making humanity a multi-planetary species had never wavered, and the creation of Starship, a fully reusable spacecraft designed for missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond, was his next great challenge. For years, SpaceX had been focused on reusable rockets, reducing the cost of space travel, and providing satellite launch services. But Starship represented the next stage of human space exploration, a fully reusable spacecraft capable of carrying humans to Mars and possibly beyond. The road to developing Starship was not easy. The project faced numerous setbacks, from failed test flights to the daunting technical challenges involved in building a spacecraft of such ambition. But for Elon, these challenges were part of the process. He had always said that failure was a necessary part of innovation. And as SpaceX continued to make progress with Starship, the world was starting to take notice. NASA had contracted SpaceX to develop the lunar lander for its upcoming Artemis mission, which aims to land the first woman and the next man on the moon by 2024. In many ways, this was a full-circle moment for Elon Musk. SpaceX, once a small startup with dreams of landing rockets, was now collaborating with NASA to bring humanity back to the moon, and possibly to Mars. But beyond the immediate success of SpaceX, Elon's vision for the future of space exploration remained the same: to make life multiplanetary. He believed that this was the key to ensuring the long-term survival of humanity. Colonizing Mars, and perhaps even other planets, would provide a plan B for the human race in case Earth's resources were depleted, or in the event of an existential catastrophe. For Elon, this wasn't just an ambitious goal, it was a necessity. While Tesla and SpaceX were achieving great things, Elon's work with Neuralink was equally transformative, though it remained largely in the background. Neuralink, a neurotechnology company Elon co-founded in 2016, focused on developing brain-machine interfaces, BMIs. The goal of Neuralink was to help treat neurological diseases, enhance human capabilities, and ultimately merge human minds with artificial intelligence, AI. At the core of Neuralink's mission was the idea of enabling humans to keep pace with rapidly advancing AI. As AI began to outpace human cognition in many fields, Elon saw the potential for a human-AI merger to become a vital tool for survival. Through the development of Neuralink's cutting-edge technology, Elon hoped to enable humans to not only live healthier lives, but also adapt to a future where the lines between biology and technology were increasingly blurred. The company's initial successes were groundbreaking, with Neuralink demonstrating its ability to implant devices in animal brains to control movement. In 2020, The company made a public demonstration where a pig was able to play video games with its brain. The technology was still in its early stages, but Elon believed that it could one day be used to treat a wide range of conditions, including paralysis, memory loss, and even mental illnesses like depression and anxiety. While many still viewed Neuralink as speculative, Elon saw it as a key part of his long-term vision to ensure humanity's survival and progress. By pushing the boundaries of what was possible in neuroscience, Neuralink had the potential to change lives, both in terms of medical treatments and in the quest for greater human potential. As Elon Musk sat back and reflected on all that he had accomplished, he realized that his journey was not just about technology or wealth. It was about pushing the boundaries of what humanity could achieve. Throughout his career, he had often found himself at odds with the status quo, challenging established norms and risking everything to create something better. But the more he thought about it, the more Elon realized that his journey had also been about personal growth. He had learned the hard way that success often required sacrifice, sometimes of his own health, personal relationships, and peace of mind. He had often struggled with loneliness, especially during the toughest periods, and had faced intense public scrutiny. But despite the personal costs, Elon had always believed in his mission. I think a lot of people think that success comes with this perfect balance, but that's not how it works, Elon mused in an interview. You have to be willing to make hard choices. The world doesn't need perfect people. It needs people who are willing to do whatever it takes. As he reflected on his legacy, Elon understood that his work was not finished. He still had much to accomplish, but the trajectory was clear. Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink were all part of the same vision. A vision for a sustainable, multi-planetary future where humanity could thrive. And while his journey had come with incredible challenges, his resolve was unwavering. As he looked to the future, Elon Musk saw the limitless possibilities that lay ahead, not just for himself, but for all of humanity. Elon Musk's journey is not just the story of one man's ambition. It's the story of how one individual can change the course of history. From transforming the electric car market to revolutionizing space exploration, Elon's influence is felt in industries, governments, and cultures around the world. But beyond the obvious technological innovations, the true impact of Elon's work lies in the way he has inspired and challenged a generation of thinkers, creators, and entrepreneurs. One of the most profound ways Elon Musk has impacted the world is through his unconventional approach to entrepreneurship. In an age where Silicon Valley is seen as the epicenter of innovation, Elon broke the mold by founding companies that operated with an entirely different ethos. While most tech founders play it safe, Elon embraced risk like no other. He famously invested his own fortune into SpaceX and Tesla, risking everything he had in order to fulfill his vision. Many doubted that these companies would survive, let alone thrive, but Elon's willingness to bet on his own ideas and his refusal to follow conventional wisdom became a blueprint for entrepreneurs everywhere. Elon's success has inspired a new wave of risk-takers, innovators, and creators who refuse to be held back by the limitations that once defined the business world. His approach to failure, too, has had a profound impact. Rather than fearing failure, Elon sees it as an essential part of the process, a stepping stone on the way to success. This mindset has reverberated throughout the startup community, giving rise to a generation of entrepreneurs who embrace risk, learn from mistakes, and continuously strive for greater innovation. Perhaps no legacy of Elon Musk's is as far-reaching as his push for sustainable energy. With Tesla leading the charge, Elon has positioned himself as the face of the electric vehicle revolution, making clean energy accessible to millions. But his efforts go far beyond just selling electric cars. The Tesla Powerwall and solar roof have made home energy solutions both more efficient and sustainable. His vision for a fully electric, solar-powered world is steadily becoming a reality, as both individuals and corporations alike adopt Tesla's solar technology. Elon has made it clear that his ultimate goal is not only to transform the car industry, but also to create an energy ecosystem that relies entirely on renewable sources. And yet, despite all of Tesla's advancements, the world is still far from fully adopting sustainable energy on a global scale. But that, according to Elon, is the point. His ambition is to inspire governments, businesses, and individuals to make the transition to a sustainable future, which requires large-scale infrastructure changes. Tesla's continued success and the growing market for clean energy alternatives are proof that it's possible, but Elon knows that the work is far from over. Through Tesla, SolarCity, and his advocacy for sustainable energy, Elon has become a leading figure in the fight against climate change. His ability to make electric cars cool and mainstream has shifted public perception, making sustainability more attractive to people from all walks of life. His work has influenced not just the consumer market, but also government policies worldwide. Countries like China, Norway, and various European nations have made electric vehicle adoption a key part of their environmental strategies, policies that may have been influenced, at least in part, by Elon's vision and success. Space exploration is another domain where Elon Musk's impact is undeniable. Through SpaceX, he has disrupted the space industry by reducing costs, improving efficiency, and redefining what's possible in space travel. His ultimate goal of colonizing Mars is still a long way off, but the progress made by SpaceX has set the stage for what may one day become humanity's first interplanetary civilization. But Elon's influence in the space sector goes beyond his own company. By successfully launching reusable rockets, SpaceX has pushed the boundaries of what the aerospace industry once thought was possible. Other private companies, like Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic, are now racing to develop space tourism and exploration, inspired in part by Elon's success. Elon's work has also prompted NASA to rethink its strategy for space exploration. SpaceX's partnership with the space agency, including its contract to deliver astronauts to the International Space Station, has opened the door for further collaboration. The eventual Artemis mission, which aims to return humans to the moon by 2024, is also expected to rely on SpaceX's Starship, a partnership that marks the beginning of a new era in public-private space collaboration. Elon's success has shown that space exploration doesn't need to be the sole domain of national governments. It can be achieved through innovation and entrepreneurship. SpaceX has opened up new possibilities for space exploration and travel, challenging the status quo of an industry once dominated by government agencies like NASA and Roscosmos. And while the goal of sending humans to Mars is still far in the future, SpaceX's achievements have made that dream feel increasingly possible. Perhaps the most lasting impact of Elon Musk's career is how he has inspired a generation of young people to dream bigger, work harder, and think more boldly. The billionaire entrepreneur is often held up as a modern-day Tony Stark, an inventor, entrepreneur, and visionary whose work is shaping the future in profound ways. And for young entrepreneurs, engineers, and scientists, Elon Musk is a symbol of what's possible when you combine passion with innovation. Elon's influence is visible in the way tech startups are being built today. Many of the companies founded in his wake, whether in electric vehicles, artificial intelligence, or renewable energy, share his philosophy of tackling the biggest problems in the world with a blend of audacity and practicality. Just as Silicon Valley has long been known for its culture of disruption, Elon has taken that mindset to a whole new level. But his impact goes beyond just the tech world. Elon has sparked interest in science, engineering, and space exploration among young people, inspiring them to pursue careers in fields that may have once seemed out of reach. The success of companies like SpaceX and Tesla has made these industries seem not only achievable but exciting. Thanks to Elon's work, more and more young people are thinking about how they can make a difference, not just in their own lives, but in the world around them. As much as Elon Musk has accomplished, his story is still being written. His journey is far from over, and the challenges he faces will only continue to grow. But as we look at the ripple effect his work has created, it's clear that Elon Musk has already changed the world in ways that few could have imagined. Tesla's mission to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy is making strides, but there's still much to be done. SpaceX is getting closer to its goal of making life multiplanetary, but the challenges of interplanetary travel are immense. Neuralink's work on brain-machine interfaces is still in its early stages, but the potential for treating neurological conditions is enormous. With each new challenge, Elon Musk continues to redefine what is possible. His story is not one of easy success, but of relentless pursuit of a better world, a sustainable future, and a thriving humanity. His work has inspired millions to look at the future with hope and determination, believing that we can indeed shape the world to come. But the most important lesson Elon Musk teaches us is this: the future is always in our hands. With the right vision, relentless effort, and the willingness to take risks, we can create a world that many thought impossible. And Elon Musk, with his boundless ambition and unapologetic determination, has shown us that the possibilities are limitless. As Elon Musk's empire of ventures continues to grow, so too does his influence on the world around him. While many focus on the technological achievements of his companies, the true power of Musk's impact lies in how he has reshaped entire industries, altered global mindsets, and redefined the way we approach innovation. Elon has never been content with the status quo. In fact, he has made a career out of disrupting industries, shaking up old paradigms, and challenging the world to think differently. The automobile industry has long been a pillar of the global economy, with powerful legacy companies like Ford, General Motors, and Toyota dictating the direction of transportation. For decades, automakers focused on internal combustion engines, traditional vehicle designs, and incremental improvements to existing models. But in the early 2000s, Elon Musk entered the scene with a disruptive vision to create an electric vehicle that was not just environmentally friendly, but desirable. When Musk founded Tesla Motors in 2003, it wasn't just about producing electric cars. It was about proving that electric vehicles, EVs, could be just as stylish, powerful, and practical as their gasoline-powered counterparts. Tesla's first car, the Roadster, was a game-changer in the automotive world. It was sleek, fast, and undeniably cool. For the first time, electric cars were not just for environmentalists. They were for anyone who loved driving. The Model S, released in 2012, further solidified Tesla's position as a leading force in the automotive world, offering groundbreaking technology, incredible performance, and a futuristic design that turned heads everywhere. Elon Musk's decision to build electric cars with performance and luxury in mind wasn't just a business strategy, it was a revolution. Tesla forced the entire industry to rethink its approach to electric vehicles. Competitors, who had long dismissed the idea of EVs as impractical or unprofitable, suddenly had to play catch-up. Ford, General Motors, and Volkswagen began investing heavily in electric car technology, quickly realizing that the future of transportation would not be powered by fossil fuels. But Elon's impact went beyond just Tesla. He challenged entire automotive markets to think about the environmental impact of their products, asking them to consider how they could reduce carbon emissions and make transportation more sustainable. Tesla's growing popularity helped set the stage for a global transition to electric vehicles, forcing policymakers, manufacturers, and consumers to rethink their reliance on gasoline and diesel. As a result, Elon Musk did more than just disrupt the automobile industry. He began a global movement. Cities and governments around the world started setting ambitious targets for zero-emission vehicles. Countries like Norway, the Netherlands, and the UK announced their plans to ban the sale of new gasoline cars within the next decade, and the EU proposed making all new cars sold in Europe carbon neutral by 2035. Elon's vision for Tesla didn't stop at the car itself. His pursuit of a sustainable future led to the development of Tesla's energy products, like solar panels and the Powerwall, a home energy storage device that allows consumers to store and use solar energy. He understood that the transition to sustainable energy wasn't just about making cars electric. It was about creating a whole ecosystem that could support renewable energy from the ground up. Through Tesla, Elon Musk created a new reality in the automotive industry, one that prioritizes sustainability, performance, and innovation. But more than that, he inspired an entire generation to think about the future of mobility in radically new ways. In parallel to his revolution in the automotive world, Elon Musk's work in the space industry is perhaps the most audacious. When he founded SpaceX in 2002, the space industry was still dominated by government agencies like NASA and Roscosmos, with private companies being relegated to small, niche players. Space missions were expensive, risky, and slow-moving, and the idea of private companies taking a leading role in space exploration seemed like a pipe dream. Yet, Musk's goal was always clear. He wanted to make humanity a multiplanetary species. The road to Mars wasn't just a lofty ambition. It was his ultimate mission. At the time, many thought SpaceX's goals were unrealistic, even outlandish. But Elon Musk had a track record of defying expectations. SpaceX's early years were filled with challenges, with multiple failed rocket launches and near bankruptcies. But Musk was relentless. He applied the same risk-taking, trial-and-error approach that had worked so well for Tesla, willing to fail in order to achieve something greater. By 2015, SpaceX successfully landed a Falcon 9 rocket, a first for the space industry. This milestone not only demonstrated the potential for reusable rockets, but also signaled a major shift in how space missions could be conducted. Reusable rockets dramatically reduced the cost of space travel, and SpaceX quickly became a go-to provider for satellite launches, cargo resupply missions to the International Space Station, and NASA's human spaceflight program. One of SpaceX's greatest achievements came in 2020 when it became the first private company to send astronauts into space. The Crew Dragon capsule, which launched on a Falcon 9 rocket, carried 2 NASA astronauts to the International Space Station, ISS, marking a historic moment for private space exploration. The partnership between SpaceX and NASA was a testament to how far the space industry had come since the days of government monopoly. However, Elon Musk's ambitions for space go far beyond just sending people to low Earth orbit. With the development of the Starship program, SpaceX aims to build a fully reusable spacecraft capable of carrying humans to Mars and beyond. The goal is not just to reach the Red Planet, but to colonize it, creating a backup plan for humanity in case Earth becomes uninhabitable due to natural or man-made disasters. Through SpaceX, Musk has redefined the space industry, making it more accessible, cost-effective, and, most importantly, focused on the future of humanity. The dream of becoming a multi-planetary species is still a long way from realization, but SpaceX's innovations have laid the groundwork for a new era of space exploration. By challenging government agencies and private companies alike to think bigger and bolder, Elon Musk is pushing the world toward a future that once seemed unimaginable. Elon Musk's work doesn't just disrupt industries, it reframes our relationship with technology. His ventures have touched on a wide range of fields, from artificial intelligence and neuroscience to transportation and energy. But perhaps the most profound way Musk has altered our understanding of technology is by pushing us to consider its potential for both good and bad. Take Neuralink, for example. This neurotechnology company aims to merge the human brain with artificial intelligence, AI, to treat neurological diseases and eventually enhance human cognition. For many, the idea of merging minds with machines is a terrifying prospect. The possibilities of AI are vast and sometimes dystopian, from autonomous weapons to the mass surveillance of citizens. Yet, Musk has always maintained that AI presents the greatest existential risk to humanity. In his mind, the key to preventing a dystopian future lies in merging AI with the human mind, so that humans can not only coexist with AI, but also stay ahead of it. The creation of Neuralink isn't just about medical breakthroughs. It's about fundamentally rethinking the human mind's relationship with technology. In this regard, Musk is once again pushing the boundaries of what's possible, even as he acknowledges the dangers of the very technologies he's helping to create. While some critics may view Musk's work as reckless or overly ambitious, the fundamental truth is this. Musk doesn't just want to build technology, he wants to fundamentally alter the way we think about it. His work forces us to confront the ethical implications of innovation and think critically about what our future could look like in a world where machines and humans are more connected than ever before. Finally, Musk has reshaped our understanding of social responsibility. As a billionaire entrepreneur, Musk's actions have sparked debates about wealth, inequality, and corporate responsibility. But rather than retreating from these conversations, Musk has embraced them head-on. He's committed to using his wealth to build a better future, focusing on solving humanity's biggest challenges, from climate change to space exploration. Through his work at Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink, Musk has shown that business success doesn't have to be at odds with social good. In fact, the two can go hand in hand. He's challenging the narrative that billionaires are out of touch or solely focused on profits. He's proving that business can be a force for positive change. And perhaps this is Elon Musk's greatest disruption of all. He's not just changing industries, he's changing the way we think about the role of technology, business, and wealth in shaping our world. His focus on solving global problems with innovative solutions has made him a pioneer in the truest sense of the word. Elon Musk's story is one of remarkable success, but it is also defined by a series of intense struggles and setbacks. From near bankruptcy to public relations nightmares, Musk's path has been anything but smooth. In fact, Many of his most notable achievements came only after he faced monumental challenges that would have broken most other entrepreneurs. Tesla's rise to prominence is nothing short of extraordinary, but the company's journey has been riddled with financial challenges, production delays, and a constant battle to stay afloat. In the early years of Tesla's existence, the company was on the brink of bankruptcy more than once. When Elon Musk joined Tesla in 2004, the company was struggling to stay alive, and the Roadster, their first all-electric sports car, was far from a sure bet. Tesla's ability to deliver on its promises was in constant doubt. Musk poured his own money into the company, burning through his personal fortune to keep it alive. At one point, he faced the terrifying reality that he might lose both Tesla and SpaceX, his two most beloved ventures. SpaceX had also suffered several failures, with multiple rocket launch attempts ending in failure. In 2008, during the height of the global financial crisis, Tesla was on the verge of collapse. The company had burned through millions in venture capital and was struggling to get its first mass-market car, the Model S, off the ground. Tesla's manufacturing capabilities were limited, and their resources were dwindling fast. The pressure to deliver was mounting. If they didn't pull off the Model S, Tesla would likely go under. In a last-ditch effort, Musk took the extraordinary step of borrowing money from friends and investing his own funds into the company, keeping Tesla from going bankrupt. He even took a loan from a private equity firm to fund SpaceX's ongoing operations. Musk himself has described these moments as some of the most painful and stressful of his career. He would sometimes work 120-hour weeks and sleep in his office, barely seeing his family, all while worrying that everything he had worked for was about to vanish. But somehow, through a combination of his vision, persistence, and sheer willpower, Musk managed to turn things around. The Model S launched to critical acclaim. With its innovative electric powertrain, sleek design, and long-range battery proving that electric vehicles could be more than just eco-friendly, they could be desirable too. As Tesla's popularity grew, the company gained the funding it desperately needed, and it soon became the high-flying success we know today. Looking back, it's clear that without Elon Musk's tenacity and willingness to risk everything, Tesla might not have survived those early years. His story serves as a reminder that no matter how impossible a situation may seem, with enough resilience and passion, the roadblocks can be overcome. While Tesla's financial difficulties were well documented, SpaceX's journey was no less turbulent. When Musk founded SpaceX in 2002, it was with the intention of reducing the cost of space travel and eventually making human life multiplanetary. At the time, space travel was dominated by government agencies, and private companies had only limited involvement. SpaceX's early years were fraught with technical setbacks, financial hurdles, and near misses. The company's first 3 rockets, the Falcon 1, failed to reach orbit. After each failure, the company's survival was uncertain. Musk poured his personal fortune into SpaceX, betting everything on his dream of revolutionizing space exploration. The pressure was overwhelming. His friends and advisors urged him to give up, to cut his losses before it was too late. But Musk refused to accept defeat. In 2008, as SpaceX prepared for its 4th launch attempt, the company was at a breaking point. Musk was forced to make a tough decision. If the Falcon 1 failed, SpaceX would likely have to shut down. But in the face of overwhelming odds, the 4th launch succeeded. SpaceX's Falcon 1 became the first privately developed liquid-fueled rocket to reach orbit. The triumph was a game-changer for the space industry. It demonstrated that a private company could successfully launch a rocket, and that the future of space exploration was no longer solely in the hands of government agencies. The success of the Falcon 1 opened the door for future contracts with NASA, including cargo resupply missions to the International Space Station, ISS, and eventually manned spaceflight. However, even after this success, SpaceX still faced tremendous challenges. Building reusable rockets was an unprecedented feat when the Falcon 9 rocket was first tested. There were numerous failures and design flaws. The company's engineers worked tirelessly to solve the problems, testing and retesting various components of the rocket. The first successful landing of a Falcon 9 rocket booster in 2015 was a breakthrough, but it came only after years of trial and error. Yet, each failure taught the SpaceX team invaluable lessons that led to eventual success. The lessons of perseverance and problem-solving, learned in the fire of failure, have allowed SpaceX to reach new heights. Today, SpaceX is the world leader in reusable rocket technology, drastically reducing the cost of space travel and paving the way for future missions to Mars. While Elon Musk's business successes are undeniable, his journey has not been without significant challenges in the public sphere. Musk has always been known for his candidness, his sometimes controversial statements, and his willingness to engage with the media directly, sometimes to his detriment. Musk's use of Twitter, in particular, has been both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, he has leveraged the platform to engage directly with his followers, promote his companies, and even announce groundbreaking innovations. On the other hand, Musk has made several headlines for controversial tweets, some of which have landed him in hot water with regulators and investors. For instance, in 2018, Musk tweeted that he was considering taking Tesla private at $420 per share and had funding secured. This led to an SEC investigation, a lawsuit, and a fine, and Musk had to step down as chairman of Tesla's board. While the tweet was, in Musk's words, an attempt to be transparent with shareholders, it highlighted the potential consequences of Musk's unfiltered communication style. On several occasions, Musk's public statements and tweets have led to wild fluctuations in the stock prices of Tesla and other companies. Investors have criticized his approach, arguing that his behavior undermines the credibility of his companies. But Musk has always stood by his unconventional approach, claiming that it allows him to communicate directly with the public in ways that traditional CEOs cannot. This ongoing tension between Musk's unconventional methods and the traditional expectations of business leaders has continued throughout his career. While some people admire his authenticity and transparency, others view his public persona as erratic and unpredictable. Perhaps the greatest challenge Musk has faced is the emotional and personal toll that his ambitions have taken on him. Musk's relentless work ethic, often working 100-hour weeks, has come at the cost of his personal life. He has been married 3 times and has had a number of high-profile relationships, but he has also publicly acknowledged that his commitment to his companies has often led to emotional strain and personal sacrifices. Musk has described periods of extreme burnout, where he felt physically and emotionally drained. In interviews, he has been open about the fact that he often finds it difficult to balance work and family life, and that his intense focus on his companies has made it hard for him to maintain close personal relationships. Despite his wealth and fame, Musk is not immune to the pressures and isolation that come with being an entrepreneur at the helm of multiple groundbreaking companies. But Musk has also stated that these sacrifices are necessary if he is to achieve his grand vision of making the world a better place. In his mind, the potential rewards, advancing humanity through sustainable energy, space exploration, and technological innovation, are worth the personal cost. What is most remarkable about Elon Musk's journey is his ability to face setbacks and continue moving forward. While his companies, public persona, and ventures may have been through rough patches, Musk's commitment to his long-term vision has never wavered. Elon Musk's story is a testament to the power of persistence and resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. He has shown that failure is not something to be feared, but rather an essential part of the process toward success. His journey is a reminder that setbacks are inevitable, but how we respond to them determines our future. Musk has faced numerous challenges, and each time, he has found a way to rise again, stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. Hit subscribe and leave a comment with where you're watching from. This story might just spark a new beginning. What's one thing that always pushes you forward, even when things get tough? At the heart of Musk's cultural influence is Tesla, which has become more than just an automaker. Tesla is a symbol of a new way of thinking about transportation, sustainability, and the planet's future. Musk's push to make electric cars mainstream and to challenge the very notion that sustainable products can't also be desirable has created a ripple effect across the global automotive industry. Before Tesla, electric vehicles, EVs, were often seen as impractical, expensive, or unattractive. They were for eco-conscious consumers, not for people who cared about performance or style. But Musk has completely flipped that narrative on its head. He has made electric cars cool, fast, and capable of competing head-to-head with gasoline-powered vehicles on both price and performance. Tesla's Model S, Model X, Model 3, and Model Y have all demonstrated that electric vehicles don't have to be second-class citizens. They can be luxurious, powerful, and practical, traits traditionally associated with conventional cars. Tesla's ability to combine sleek design, cutting-edge technology, and long-range battery life has changed what people expect from electric cars. And as a result, it has forced the automotive industry to innovate faster than ever before. But Tesla's impact goes beyond just making electric cars. Musk's work has forced the global automotive industry to confront the reality of climate change. Governments around the world are increasing pressure on automakers to reduce carbon emissions, and consumers are becoming more aware of the environmental impact of their choices. Thanks to Tesla, electric vehicles are no longer a niche market. They are rapidly becoming the mainstream option. The company's influence has caused other automakers, including GM, Ford, and Volkswagen, to shift their focus toward developing their own electric vehicles. Tesla's success has helped shape a future where sustainable transportation is not just a trend, but a necessity. Elon Musk's influence on space exploration has been just as transformative as his impact on the automotive world. When Musk founded SpaceX in 2002, the private space industry was in its infancy. Most space missions were still managed by government agencies like NASA, and the idea of private companies leading the way into space seemed far-fetched. Musk, however, had a vision of reducing the cost of space travel and ultimately making humanity a multiplanetary species. SpaceX's success has not only made Musk a household name, but it has also inspired a renewed global interest in space exploration. Musk's audacious goal of colonizing Mars and his focus on creating reusable rockets have sparked the imaginations of millions around the world. Space exploration, once seen as a domain for governments and the wealthy elite, has become something more accessible. SpaceX's Falcon 9 and Starship programs, along with its successes in sending private astronauts into space, have shown that space travel doesn't have to be reserved for just a handful of elite astronauts. In addition, SpaceX's advancements in rocket technology, particularly with its reusable rocket boosters, have drastically reduced the cost of space travel. This has not only opened up space to more private companies, but also inspired other nations to invest more heavily in their own space programs. SpaceX's partnership with NASA has solidified the role of private companies in space exploration and highlighted the potential of public-private collaboration in achieving bold new goals. Musk's ambitions have reignited a sense of wonder about the cosmos and humanity's place in it. His vision of a self-sustaining colony on Mars has become a symbol of what's possible when we dream big and work tirelessly to make those dreams a reality. By reimagining the future of space, Musk has made space exploration seem less like science fiction and more like a feasible goal for humanity. Musk's work with Tesla and his focus on sustainable energy have placed him at the center of the conversation around climate change. While other tech giants like Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos have also shown an interest in sustainability, Musk's unwavering commitment to combating climate change has set him apart. Through Tesla's solar products and the Powerwall, Musk is creating a world where individuals and businesses can generate and store their own renewable energy. His goal is not just to make electric cars mainstream, but to revolutionize the entire energy sector by making solar power and energy storage more accessible and affordable for everyone. Tesla's Solar Roof, which integrates solar panels directly into roofing materials, is a prime example of how Musk is reshaping how we think about renewable energy. By focusing on creating affordable, sustainable alternatives to traditional energy systems, Musk is challenging the global reliance on fossil fuels. His work has made the transition to a cleaner, greener future not only possible but also profitable. It's a future where homes and businesses can generate and store their own power, reducing their dependence on the grid and lowering their carbon footprints. Musk's efforts have also sparked a wider debate about the role of technology and business in addressing climate change. While there are still critics who argue that his companies aren't doing enough to combat the climate crisis, there is no denying that Musk's vision has forced the world to take a harder look at how we generate and use energy. In many ways, Musk is leading the charge toward a world where sustainability is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. Elon Musk's work with Neuralink has raised profound questions about the future of humanity and our relationship with technology. Neuralink's goal is to merge the human brain with artificial intelligence, AI, potentially allowing us to enhance cognitive abilities, treat neurological diseases, and even interface with computers directly through our minds. While the idea of merging human minds with machines might seem like science fiction, Musk has always been vocal about the potential dangers of AI. He has warned that AI could pose an existential threat to humanity, and he believes that by enhancing human intelligence, we can stay ahead of AI's rapid development. In this sense, Neuralink is not just about medical innovation. It is about future-proofing humanity by ensuring that we remain in control of the technology we create. Neuralink's progress, though still in the early stages, has sparked debate about the ethical implications of brain-computer interfaces and the potential for enhanced cognition. If successful, Neuralink could open the door to revolutionary advancements in medicine, education, and human performance. Musk's work here challenges our very concept of what it means to be human and what the future of human evolution could look like. While Neuralink's long-term goals remain uncertain, Musk's willingness to push the boundaries of what's possible and to rethink human potential is undeniably transformative. It's a reminder that Musk is not just changing the world with his inventions. He's changing the way we think about the future of humanity itself. Perhaps Musk's most enduring legacy is the way he has inspired a new generation of innovators, thinkers, and dreamers. His relentless pursuit of bold, world-changing ideas has set an example for young entrepreneurs around the globe. Musk's story, his early struggles, his triumphs, and his willingness to take risks, has become a blueprint for how to build a successful and meaningful career. Musk's influence is especially apparent among young people, many of whom view him as a role model. For these young innovators, Musk represents the possibility of changing the world, no matter how ambitious or far-fetched the idea may seem. He has shown that with the right vision, a willingness to fail, and an ability to embrace the future, anything is possible. Through his ventures, Musk has also popularized the idea that technology and innovation can be used to solve the world's biggest challenges, from climate change to space exploration to disease eradication. This has inspired countless startups and individuals to take risks and pursue their own visionary goals. Ultimately, Musk's influence goes beyond his wealth or business acumen. He has redefined what it means to be successful. For Musk, success is not about wealth, fame, or even accolades. It's about making a meaningful impact on the world. His relentless drive to solve humanity's most pressing problems and to push the boundaries of what's possible has created a legacy that extends far beyond the industries he has disrupted. Elon Musk's legacy is one of transforming industries, challenging the status quo, and inspiring people to dream bigger and aim higher. Whether or not we agree with all of his methods or ideas, there is no denying that he has forever changed the world. The question now is, what will the next generation of innovators do with the legacy that Musk has left behind? Elon Musk is far from finished. In fact, his vision for the future continues to evolve, and he remains one of the most ambitious figures in the world today. From his work with Tesla and SpaceX to new projects like Neuralink and the Boring Company, Musk has already achieved extraordinary things. Yet, he continues to push the boundaries of what's possible. One of Musk's most audacious goals is still front and center in his vision for the future: colonizing Mars. SpaceX's Starship is the key to Musk's plan to establish a human settlement on the Red Planet. And while progress has been slow, the mission is still alive and kicking. Starship, designed as a fully reusable spacecraft capable of carrying both crew and cargo, represents the next big leap in space exploration. Musk's vision is not just about sending a handful of astronauts to Mars. He wants to create a sustainable, self-sufficient colony that can survive on its own, completely independent of Earth. This ambition is deeply tied to Musk's belief in humanity's long-term survival. He argues that if Earth were to face a catastrophic event, having a backup colony on Mars would ensure the continuation of the human race. In recent years, SpaceX has made significant strides in testing Starship's capabilities. From high-altitude flights to successful rocket booster landings, SpaceX is moving closer to its ultimate goal. Yet, the path to Mars is filled with enormous challenges. The technological hurdles of creating a reliable, cost-effective way to transport humans and supplies to Mars are monumental. The journey itself is risky, involving a 6-month voyage through deep space, and there are countless unknowns in terms of living conditions on Mars, including radiation exposure, the planet's lack of atmosphere, and how to grow food. Despite these obstacles, Musk remains undeterred. His vision for Mars is not just about exploration. It's about ensuring that humanity can thrive as a multi-planetary species. As SpaceX works to refine Starship, Musk continues to rally support for the idea, emphasizing the importance of taking risks and making bold moves in the face of uncertainty. For Musk, the goal is clear: make Mars a new home for humanity. While space exploration captures much of the attention, Neuralink is another of Musk's ventures that could have profound implications for the future of humanity. Neuralink's goal is to create a direct interface between the human brain and computers. This idea, while still in its early stages, holds the potential to revolutionize everything from medicine and education to artificial intelligence and cognitive enhancement. The company has made progress with early prototypes, successfully implanting devices into animal brains to test their capabilities. In 2020, Neuralink showcased a pig with a neural implant that allowed it to track its brain activity in real time, demonstrating the potential of the technology. Musk's long-term vision is to create a device that can help people with neurological disorders, such as paralysis or Alzheimer's, by enabling them to control machines with their thoughts. In fact, Musk has suggested that the technology could one day enable people to control robotic limbs, restore lost sensory function, or even communicate directly with computers and other people, bypassing the limitations of language and speech. While the medical potential of Neuralink is immense, the broader implications of brain-computer interfaces are equally profound. Neuralink could blur the lines between human intelligence and artificial intelligence, creating opportunities for cognitive enhancements and even augmenting human capabilities. Imagine a future where learning new languages, acquiring skills, or solving complex problems is as easy as downloading new information directly into your brain. However, the ethical questions surrounding Neuralink are enormous. As with any emerging technology, the possibility of unintended consequences looms large. Who owns the data from your brain? How do we prevent the abuse of such technology? How might brain augmentation impact social inequality? These are just a few of the questions that will need to be addressed as Neuralink advances its technology. Musk has acknowledged these concerns, but he also emphasizes the potential for great good, helping those who suffer from debilitating diseases and allowing us to keep pace with the rapid development of AI. For Musk, Neuralink represents the next frontier of human evolution. In his mind, the marriage of human brains and artificial intelligence is the key to securing our place in an increasingly automated world. Another project that's quietly making waves is the Boring Company, Musk's answer to the problem of traffic congestion in urban areas. Inspired by his own frustrations with the Los Angeles traffic gridlock, Musk envisioned a system of underground tunnels that would allow cars to travel at high speeds without the constraints of surface-level traffic. The concept behind the Boring Company is simple: dig tunnels and use electric vehicles to transport people quickly and efficiently. This would not only reduce traffic congestion but also reduce pollution and improve overall transportation efficiency. The Boring Company's first major project is the Vegas Loop, a tunnel system in Las Vegas that connects major destinations along the Strip. Although this is just the beginning, Musk has big plans for expanding the tunnel system to other cities. He believes that his transportation solution could eventually transform urban mobility, creating a more efficient and less polluting way for people to travel in crowded metropolitan areas. Of course, the Boring Company faces its own set of challenges. The cost of building these underground tunnels is high, and the regulatory hurdles for such projects are steep. Yet, Musk has already shown that he's willing to push through the resistance. If successful, the idea of underground, high-speed tunnels could revolutionize urban transportation worldwide, making it faster, cleaner, and more efficient. Tesla, of course, continues to play a central role in Musk's vision for the future. Tesla is not just about electric cars. It's about transforming the entire energy landscape. Musk envisions a world where fossil fuels are phased out and renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower take their place. Through products like the Solar Roof, the Powerwall, and PowerPack, Tesla is enabling homeowners, businesses, and utilities to generate and store renewable energy. Musk's ultimate goal is to create a sustainable energy ecosystem where every building and vehicle is powered by clean, renewable sources. Tesla's impact is already being felt in the automotive world, but the company's energy initiatives are poised to be just as transformative. In many parts of the world, access to reliable electricity is still a significant challenge. Tesla's energy products could provide a solution, allowing people to generate their own power and reduce their reliance on traditional, polluting energy grids. In fact, Musk has argued that Tesla's energy business could one day be larger than its automotive division, as the world moves toward a cleaner and more decentralized energy future. Tesla's push for autonomous vehicles is another area where Musk continues to innovate. With autopilot and full self-driving (FSD) technology, Tesla is at the forefront of the self-driving car revolution. While there are still challenges to overcome, both in terms of technology and regulation, Musk remains committed to creating fully autonomous vehicles that can operate safely without human intervention. The integration of artificial intelligence (AI) into Tesla's vehicles is already improving the safety, efficiency, and performance of its cars. The company uses vast amounts of real-world data to train its AI systems, which are then used to improve the driving experience for all Tesla owners. Over time, Musk believes that autonomous vehicles could drastically reduce accidents, traffic fatalities, and even the need for personal car ownership. This, in turn, could help reshape cities, reduce pollution, and make transportation more efficient. Elon Musk's journey is far from over. His ambition to change the world is as strong as ever, and he continues to pursue projects that seem impossible by conventional standards. His ventures, whether in electric vehicles, space travel, brain-computer interfaces, underground transportation, or sustainable energy, are reshaping industries and challenging the way we think about the future. While some critics argue that Musk's ideas are overly ambitious or unrealistic, there's no denying that he has already changed the world in profound ways. As we look toward the future, it's clear that Musk's work will continue to inspire, provoke, and challenge the status quo. Whether he succeeds in achieving his vision of a multiplanetary species, a sustainable energy future, or a world with advanced AI-powered brains, there's no doubt that Musk is creating a legacy that will shape the future of humanity. One of the most striking aspects of Musk's journey is his unwavering ability to think big. From founding Zip2, a software company that helped newspapers build their online presence, to creating SpaceX, Tesla, and Neuralink, Musk has consistently pursued ventures that seemed impossible at the time. He didn't just want to start another tech company. He wanted to change entire industries. His goal with SpaceX was nothing less than the colonization of Mars. With Tesla, he set out to disrupt the automotive industry and make electric cars mainstream. Musk's philosophy is simple. If you're not aiming to solve the biggest problems, then why bother? He often talks about the importance of pursuing ventures that have the potential to change the world for the better. When you think big, the obstacles often seem less daunting because your mission is far larger than the challenges in front of you. Even when people told him his ideas were unrealistic, Musk stayed focused on his vision and found ways to bring it to life. The lesson here is that thinking big is not just about ambition, it's about mindset. When you pursue something with the belief that you can change the world, you'll likely be willing to face challenges that others may shy away from. Even if you don't achieve every part of your vision, you'll still make a profound impact. Musk's journey has been riddled with risk, both financial and personal. Early in his career, after selling PayPal to eBay, Musk invested his entire fortune into SpaceX, Tesla, and SolarCity. At one point, he was nearly bankrupt, with both SpaceX and Tesla facing near collapse. In fact, Tesla was just weeks away from running out of cash in 2008. SpaceX's first 3 rocket launches ended in failure, and many industry insiders questioned whether Musk could continue. But rather than being deterred by failure, Musk embraced it. In interviews, he said that failure is just part of the process. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough, Musk once remarked. He doesn't shy away from risk, but rather sees it as an essential part of pursuing something truly revolutionary. If you're not pushing the envelope and taking chances, then you're not advancing. This willingness to fail and learn from it is crucial to Musk's success. Every setback became a lesson, and he used each failure as a stepping stone to greater achievements. For entrepreneurs and innovators, this approach is critical. Failure is not something to fear but something to embrace, as long as you learn from it and adapt. While Musk is involved in numerous groundbreaking ventures, he's also known for his intense focus. One of the reasons he's been able to juggle multiple projects, SpaceX, Tesla, Neuralink, The Boring Company, is his ability to stay laser-focused on the most important tasks. He has a reputation for working long hours, often putting in 100-hour work weeks to ensure his companies stay on track. Musk's focus goes beyond just working hard. It's about prioritizing and delegating. He has a very clear understanding of what's most important to the success of his ventures, and he spends the majority of his time on those tasks. In interviews, he often emphasizes the importance of first principles thinking, a problem-solving method that involves breaking down complex problems into their fundamental truths and reasoning up from there. This allows him to focus on solving the most critical aspects of a problem without being distracted by irrelevant details. For anyone looking to follow in Musk's footsteps, the key takeaway is clear. Focus is essential. Instead of spreading yourself too thin, focus on the core challenges and opportunities that will have the greatest impact. By mastering the art of focus, you can achieve more in less time, and you'll be better equipped to innovate in ways that others can't. Musk often says that he chooses to pursue ventures based on whether the problems they solve are important to humanity. In the case of SpaceX, his goal was to make humanity a multiplanetary species to ensure our survival. With Tesla, his focus is on reducing the world's reliance on fossil fuels and combating climate change. Neuralink is aimed at addressing neurological diseases and enhancing the human brain's capabilities in the face of artificial intelligence. Musk's ability to choose problems that matter and that have the potential to make a profound difference has been key to his success. He is driven by purpose, not profit. His belief is that if you focus on solving the world's biggest problems, success will follow naturally. People want to work for companies that have a higher purpose, and they want to invest in ventures that aim to solve meaningful issues. The lesson for aspiring entrepreneurs is simple. The world's greatest opportunities often lie in solving problems that have a direct, positive impact on society. If you can identify a problem that needs solving, and if you can build a solution that addresses it in a way that no one else has, you're on your way to something truly revolutionary. Throughout his career, Musk has consistently gone against the grain. Whether it's disrupting the automotive industry with Tesla, revolutionizing space travel with SpaceX, or challenging traditional transportation systems with the Boring Company, Musk has never been afraid to question the status quo. Musk is not someone who looks at existing solutions and thinks, that's good enough. Instead, he looks for ways to improve everything, from how cars are built to how we think about energy and space exploration. He encourages his teams to think radically and reject conventional wisdom. This rebellious streak has made Musk a controversial figure at times, especially when he makes statements that challenge long-established industries or public policies. But it has also been one of the key ingredients of his success. By rejecting the norm and thinking in entirely new ways, Musk has been able to create companies that have completely redefined entire industries. For anyone who aspires to innovate, the lesson here is clear. Don't accept the status quo. If you see a better way to do something, challenge it. Innovation often comes from those who are willing to look at the world with fresh eyes and ask the difficult questions that others are too afraid to ask. Elon Musk's ventures have been incredibly successful, but he couldn't have done it alone. His companies are filled with talented individuals who share his vision and help bring his ideas to life. Musk understands the importance of surrounding himself with people who are smarter, more capable, and more experienced than he is in certain areas. He has assembled teams that are equally driven by his purpose and vision. Musk is known for hiring people based on their ability to solve difficult problems and for encouraging a culture of innovation within his companies. He's not afraid to take risks on unconventional candidates or to push his teams hard to achieve their goals. But he also knows that a great team can help turn his audacious visions into reality. Whether it's rocket engineers at SpaceX or software engineers at Tesla, Musk's teams are crucial to his success. For anyone looking to build something meaningful, the lesson is clear. Success is rarely achieved alone. Surround yourself with people who are talented, passionate, and aligned with your vision. A great team can multiply your efforts and bring ideas to life in ways you couldn't have done on your own. One of Musk's most admirable qualities is his continuous thirst for knowledge. He's not just the CEO of several multi-billion-dollar companies. He's also an avid reader and learner. Musk taught himself to code at the age of 12, and he spent hours reading books on rocket science and engineering when he founded SpaceX. While he may not have a degree in physics or aerospace engineering, he possesses a deep understanding of the subjects that are central to his companies. Musk often talks about the importance of learning from first principles and of breaking down complex problems into their most fundamental components. For him, the ability to learn continuously and adapt is crucial for innovation. He encourages his teams to keep pushing the boundaries of knowledge and to never assume that they know everything. For aspiring innovators, this lesson is vital. Never stop learning. The world is constantly evolving, and to stay ahead, you need to stay curious, ask questions, and continually seek to expand your knowledge. Elon Musk is more than just an entrepreneur. He's a visionary who has redefined what it means to innovate. His journey teaches us that success comes not just from hard work, but from thinking big, embracing risk, challenging the norm, and solving problems that truly matter. Musk's mindset, his ability to dream beyond what's possible, to push through failures, and to keep learning, offers valuable lessons for anyone who wants to make a lasting impact on the world. By adopting the Musk mindset, we can all become agents of change in our own lives and industries. It's a mindset that encourages boldness, resilience, and an unwavering belief that the future can be shaped by the choices we make today. Musk's passion for sustainable energy isn't just a part of his business. It's a mission that underpins his entire approach to innovation. While Tesla continues to lead the electric vehicle (EV) revolution, it is Musk's larger vision for global energy transformation that will likely have the most profound impact. He has long argued that the key to a sustainable future lies in reducing humanity's reliance on fossil fuels and transitioning to renewable energy sources. One of Musk's boldest initiatives is the solar roof, which integrates solar panels directly into roofing tiles. Unlike traditional solar panels, which can be bulky and intrusive, the solar roof is designed to blend seamlessly into a home's design while still generating enough energy to power a household. As the world becomes more aware of the dangers of climate change, the adoption of solar energy is poised to accelerate. With its sleek design and efficiency, the solar roof has the potential to revolutionize the way we think about energy generation in residential homes. But it's not just about homes. Tesla's Powerwall, which stores solar energy for later use, could play a crucial role in transforming how we store energy on a larger scale. In parts of the world where access to a reliable energy grid is limited, Tesla's solutions could provide decentralized, renewable power. Musk has long stated that he wants to make sustainable energy as affordable and accessible as possible, which is why he is focused on reducing the costs of solar and battery technologies. The future of energy may very well be decentralized, with people generating and storing their own power and reducing their dependence on traditional utility grids. The question remains, how quickly will this future come to pass? As global demand for renewable energy grows, and as governments push for stricter environmental regulations, Tesla's solar and battery technologies could become a significant player in the energy landscape. However, the challenge of making renewable energy widely available and cost-effective on a global scale remains immense. Musk's commitment to this mission, though, ensures that he will be a central figure in shaping the energy systems of tomorrow. Musk's Neuralink venture, which aims to create brain-machine interfaces, is one of the most ambitious projects he has undertaken. But beyond enhancing human capabilities, Neuralink's long-term potential lies in its ability to bridge the gap between humans and artificial intelligence, AI. Musk is one of the most vocal advocates for the responsible development of AI, warning that without proper oversight, AI could eventually surpass human intelligence and pose an existential threat to humanity. At the same time, Musk sees the fusion of human minds and machines as a way to ensure that humanity stays ahead of the curve in the rapidly advancing world of AI. Neuralink could enable people to directly interact with computers, robots, and even each other through thought alone. The idea is that, rather than being left behind by increasingly intelligent machines, humans could augment their brains to stay competitive in an AI-driven world. The ultimate goal of Neuralink is to treat neurological disorders such as paralysis, memory loss, and brain injuries. But Musk's long-term vision is far more transformative. He believes that by merging human brains with AI, we can increase the collective intelligence of humanity, solve problems more quickly, and protect ourselves from the potentially destructive power of autonomous systems. However, this idea also raises critical ethical concerns. What happens when technology allows us to upgrade our brains? Will it create a divide between those who can afford such enhancements and those who cannot? How will privacy and personal data be protected when our thoughts are no longer our own? The development of Neuralink is likely to spark debates and ethical dilemmas for years to come, but it's clear that Musk is pushing the boundaries of human potential in ways few others dare. Musk's vision for SpaceX is perhaps his most ambitious: to make humanity a multiplanetary species. The future of space exploration is intrinsically tied to SpaceX's continued success with Starship, the massive spacecraft designed to take humans to Mars. Starship is the centerpiece of Musk's Mars colonization plan, but getting there is only the beginning. While SpaceX has made incredible progress with reusable rockets, significantly reducing the cost of space travel, sending humans to Mars is a monumental challenge. Musk himself has estimated that the first crewed missions to Mars could happen within the next decade, though there are many technical hurdles to overcome before that can happen. These include developing life support systems for long-duration space travel, creating sustainable habitats on Mars, and figuring out how to produce food, water, and oxygen in a harsh, uninhabitable environment. For Musk, Mars is not just a scientific endeavor, it's an existential one. He sees the colonization of other planets as humanity's best chance at ensuring the survival of the species in case of catastrophic events on Earth. But creating a self-sustaining colony on Mars will require collaboration between governments, private companies, and international space agencies. Musk's role will be crucial in bringing this vision to life, but it's unlikely that he will do it alone. While some critics remain skeptical about the feasibility of colonizing Mars, Musk remains confident. His relentless pursuit of innovation and willingness to invest his own resources into his vision show that he is in it for the long haul. Whether or not humanity ultimately becomes a multiplanetary species, Musk's work with SpaceX has already changed the trajectory of space exploration. Musk's The Boring Company aims to alleviate the problem of traffic congestion with a system of underground tunnels that would allow cars and people to travel at high speeds, bypassing traditional traffic. While the idea may sound like science fiction, early tests have shown that the concept has real potential. One of the company's most high-profile projects is the Vegas Loop, a series of tunnels that transport passengers in electric vehicles between key destinations on the Las Vegas Strip. The project has the potential to expand to other cities, and Musk envisions a network of tunnels that will revolutionize urban transportation, drastically reducing traffic and pollution. While there are still many logistical, regulatory, and financial hurdles to overcome, the concept of the Boring Company highlights Musk's belief that innovation often requires thinking outside the box. If successful, these underground tunnels could transform the way we think about urban mobility, making it faster, cleaner, and more efficient. In addition to urban transportation, Musk has also proposed the concept of a Hyperloop, a high-speed transportation system that would allow passengers to travel between cities at speeds of over 700 miles per hour in vacuum-sealed tubes. While the technology is still in development, it holds the potential to revolutionize intercity travel, making long-distance transportation faster and more energy efficient. At the core of all Musk's ventures is a common thread: empowering people to achieve more than they ever thought possible. Whether it's creating electric cars that are better for the environment, making space travel accessible, or enabling brain-machine interfaces, Musk's work is ultimately about giving people the tools to overcome the limitations of the present and embrace the possibilities of the future. His companies aren't just changing industries, they're changing lives. Tesla's electric cars have made it easier for consumers to reduce their carbon footprint, while SpaceX's advancements have brought the dream of space travel closer to reality. Neuralink could one day help restore lost functions in people with neurological conditions, and the Boring Company could ease the everyday frustrations of traffic. By focusing on human empowerment, Musk is driving the next great wave of technological advancement. His work reflects his belief that technology, when used responsibly, can improve the human condition. And as the future unfolds, Musk's innovations will continue to pave the way for even greater possibilities. While the future of Elon Musk's companies is full of promise, there are challenges that lie ahead. Technological, ethical, and societal hurdles will continue to emerge as his ventures expand. But one thing is certain: Musk's commitment to innovation will drive him to overcome these obstacles. Looking ahead, Musk's vision for humanity's future is as bold and ambitious as ever. Whether we are exploring Mars, transitioning to a sustainable energy future, or merging with artificial intelligence, Musk is positioning himself and his companies to play a key role in shaping that future. As he continues to push the boundaries of what is possible, the world will watch to see how far Musk's vision can take us. The future is uncertain, but one thing is clear: Elon Musk will be at the forefront of it. Musk's relationship with social media, particularly Twitter, now rebranded as X, has been a subject of constant attention and controversy. The billionaire has frequently used Twitter to share his thoughts, engage with followers, and make announcements. However, his unfiltered and sometimes erratic behavior on the platform has sparked backlash, with critics accusing him of being irresponsible and reckless with his words. Perhaps the most infamous episode came in 2018 when Musk tweeted that he was considering taking Tesla private at $420 a share, and that funding had been secured. This tweet caused a frenzy in the markets, leading to an SEC investigation. Musk was eventually forced to settle with the SEC, agreeing to step down as Tesla's chairman for at least 3 years and pay a $20 million fine. While he remained CEO, this incident raised questions about his management of public communications and his influence on financial markets. In 2021, Musk's tweets continued to stir controversy. His musings about cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, led to market volatility. He tweeted that Tesla would no longer accept Bitcoin as payment due to environmental concerns related to its mining. Later, his tweets influenced the price of Dogecoin, a lesser-known cryptocurrency, which surged after Musk made playful comments about it. Critics pointed out that such statements were irresponsible, as they could potentially manipulate the market or lead to unpredictable financial consequences. Despite the controversies, Musk's Twitter following has continued to grow, and he has developed a cult-like status among his fans. His unorthodox communication style, mixing humor, memes, and bold statements, has earned him both praise for his authenticity and criticism for his unpredictability. For Musk, Twitter has become both a tool for direct communication with his followers and a weapon of mass disruption. His critics argue that his lack of restraint in public discourse could harm his companies, while his supporters celebrate his ability to engage with the public on his own terms. Another area of controversy surrounding Musk is his management style. Musk is known for his relentless work ethic and high expectations, which have led to both admiration and criticism. His companies are notorious for their grueling work culture, with long hours and intense pressure to perform. At Tesla, employees have reported that the pace is often relentless, and Musk's demands can seem impossible to meet. Many Tesla employees have described working under Musk as both exhilarating and exhausting. On one hand, they are working for a visionary who is determined to change the world. On the other hand, they are often subjected to extreme pressure to meet deadlines and deliver results. Musk has been known to set lofty goals, such as building hundreds of thousands of electric cars in a matter of months, and his drive for perfection can make failure seem like an unacceptable option. Musk's leadership has also been characterized by his direct involvement in the technical and operational aspects of his companies. He is deeply engaged in the engineering and design processes at SpaceX and Tesla, often making critical decisions that shape the direction of the companies. While this hands-on approach has resulted in groundbreaking innovations, it has also led to tension with employees who feel they are being micromanaged. Critics argue that Musk's management style is toxic, with some even describing his approach as abusive. His high expectations can lead to burnout, and his tendency to publicly criticize employees who don't meet those expectations can create a tense work environment. On the other hand, supporters believe that Musk's intense focus and demand for excellence have been essential to his success. They argue that if Musk didn't push his teams to their limits, his ambitious projects would never come to fruition. Ultimately, Musk's leadership style is one that is difficult to classify as simply good or bad. It is undoubtedly unconventional, and it often creates both high rewards and high risks for those who work for him. Whether it is chaotic or visionary, his management approach has led to extraordinary achievements and has left many wondering whether such a high-intensity style can be sustained in the long term. One of the most well-known controversies Musk faced was the so-called production hell at Tesla. When Tesla was ramping up production of the Model 3 in 2017, the company faced a series of production delays and difficulties. Musk himself admitted that he had overestimated the company's ability to scale its production, and the Model 3's production line was plagued with technical issues. The setbacks led to frustration for investors, and Tesla's stock price took a hit. In addition to the production issues, Tesla faced criticism over its labor practices. Several workers came forward to describe difficult working conditions at the company's factories, where long hours, mandatory overtime, and injury rates were higher than average in the automotive industry. In 2018, Tesla was the target of a report from The Guardian, which described injuries and alleged unfair treatment of workers in the factory. Musk's response to the production hell was to double down on his commitment to delivering high-quality cars. He famously spent nights at the Fremont factory, personally overseeing production to ensure that deadlines were met. While his hands-on approach led to improvements, it also resulted in more intense working conditions for his employees. Critics claimed that Musk's fixation on speed and innovation created a toxic work culture where employees were expected to sacrifice their personal lives for the company's success. In contrast, some workers argued that the intense pressure was part of the experience of working for a company that was on the cutting edge of technology and innovation. For them, working at Tesla was a chance to be part of something historic, even if the work itself was demanding. The issue of worker conditions remains an ongoing concern for Tesla, especially as the company continues to scale its production. While the company has made strides in improving safety and working conditions, there are still questions about whether Musk's leadership style and the company's high expectations are sustainable in the long term. While Musk's companies have made significant strides in promoting sustainable energy, they have not been immune to environmental criticisms. Tesla, for example, has faced scrutiny over the environmental impact of its gigafactories, which require large amounts of energy to manufacture batteries and electric vehicles. Although Tesla is committed to using renewable energy in its operations, some have raised concerns about the carbon footprint of producing and disposing of electric vehicle batteries. Musk has also been criticized for the environmental cost of rocket launches. While SpaceX has made significant advancements in reducing the cost of space travel by using reusable rockets, the environmental impact of these launches has been a point of contention. Some environmentalists argue that space exploration contributes to the depletion of resources and environmental degradation, especially when rockets release harmful chemicals into the atmosphere. Furthermore, Musk's focus on promoting electric cars has sparked a debate about the impact of mining for rare earth materials, such as lithium and cobalt, which are crucial for the production of electric vehicle batteries. While electric vehicles are undoubtedly cleaner than traditional gas-powered cars, the environmental costs of sourcing these materials can be significant, and critics argue that the full life cycle of EVs needs to be examined more carefully. Despite these criticisms, Musk has remained steadfast in his belief that his companies are ultimately contributing to a greener future. He often deflects criticism by highlighting the overall environmental benefits of electric cars and space exploration. His answer to these issues, as always, is to continue innovating and finding ways to improve both the sustainability of his companies and the world as a whole. Beyond the controversies tied to his business ventures, Musk has cultivated a larger-than-life persona that has both captivated and alienated the public. His fans see him as a visionary who is working to make the world a better place, while his critics view him as an unpredictable and sometimes reckless billionaire with too much influence. The cult of Musk has gained momentum through his media appearances, public statements, and social media presence. He has become a symbol of disruptive innovation, a charismatic figure who challenges established norms and breaks through barriers. Yet this same persona has earned him scorn from others, particularly in the media, where he is often depicted as erratic or controversial. Despite the polarizing nature of his public image, Musk has shown that he is impervious to most criticism. He continues to push forward with his mission, and his supporters remain fiercely loyal. In many ways, Musk has become a symbol of modern entrepreneurship, unafraid to challenge authority, disrupt industries, and take risks. Elon Musk's career has been marked by both extraordinary achievements and significant controversies. His public persona, social media antics, leadership style, and approach to business have made him a figure of both admiration and disdain. Yet, through it all, Musk has shown an incredible ability to rise above the criticism and continue working toward his ambitious goals. His journey demonstrates that with great innovation comes great scrutiny. Whether he's facing backlash for his management style, his statements on social media, or his business decisions, Musk remains focused on his mission to revolutionize industries and change the world. For those who look up to Musk, his controversies are just part of the price of genius. For his critics, they serve as a reminder that greatness often comes with a cost. Regardless of where you stand on the issue, there's no denying that Musk's impact on the world is profound, and his ability to handle the heat may be one of the factors that has allowed him to succeed where others have faltered. Next, we'll explore the personal side of Elon Musk, diving into his family life, relationships, and the human being behind the headlines. Stay tuned for an intimate look at how Musk balances his ambitious career with his role as a father and partner. Born in Pretoria, South Africa, in 1971, Elon Musk's early years were marked by a sense of isolation and a deep curiosity about the world. His parents, Elon Musk and May Musk, were both highly intelligent, but their marriage was troubled and eventually ended in divorce when Musk was just 10 years old. Musk has often mentioned that his father was a difficult figure in his life, and he had a strained relationship with him. Despite this, Musk's mother, May, played a pivotal role in shaping his character and work ethic. May Musk was a model and a dietitian, and she had a remarkable career of her own. However, raising Elon and his siblings, his brother Kimball Musk and sister Tosca Musk, as a single mother wasn't easy, especially given their financial situation. May later spoke in interviews about the challenges of supporting her children on her own while pursuing her career, but she also emphasized the importance of independence and resilience, values she passed down to Elon. Musk's love for technology and engineering began at an early age. By the age of 12, he had taught himself programming and created a video game called Blaster, which he sold for $500. His passion for space exploration and the sciences also started to take shape during these years, and he became an avid reader of science fiction. This thirst for knowledge and determination to teach himself set the foundation for his future endeavors. Growing up in a relatively affluent household in South Africa, Musk was often bullied in school. His peers teased him for his nerdy demeanor, which only fueled his desire to prove himself. It was in these formative years that Musk began to develop his tenacity, turning adversity into motivation. Elon Musk's romantic relationships have been the subject of much media attention. His personal life, especially his marriages and family dynamics, often seem to play out under a magnifying glass. Musk has been married 3 times, twice to actress Tallulah Riley and once to Justine Musk, his first wife. His relationships, both public and private, have been marked by significant highs and lows, often reflecting his intense work ethic and unyielding commitment to his career. Justine Musk, a Canadian author, was Elon's first wife. The two met while he was attending Queen's University in Canada, before Musk moved to the United States to pursue his PhD at Stanford, which he abandoned after just 2 days to pursue his entrepreneurial ambitions. The couple married in 2000, and their union resulted in the birth of 5 children, all boys, who were born through in vitro fertilization. Tragically, their first son, Nevada Alexander Musk, died of sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, at just 10 weeks old. This loss deeply affected Musk, and he has spoken openly about the emotional toll it took on him and Justine. After their divorce in 2008, Musk began dating actress Tallulah Riley, whom he married in 2010. Their relationship was tumultuous, marked by a brief separation and a second marriage in 2013, only to end in divorce again in 2016. Musk has commented on the challenges of balancing a high-pressure career with maintaining meaningful relationships, admitting that his work often consumed him to the point where it was difficult to prioritize family life. In 2018, Musk began a relationship with Grimes, Claire Boucher, a Canadian musician and artist. The couple welcomed a son together in 2020, named XAEA-12, pronounced XAEA-12. The unusual name made headlines worldwide, but the couple defended their choice, stating that it held personal meaning to them. Their relationship, though brief, brought attention to Musk's softer side and his attempt to find balance between his demanding work life and his family. Throughout these relationships, Musk has often expressed that his work is a major part of his identity. His focus on changing the world with his technologies has led to personal sacrifices. While he acknowledges the challenges of relationships, he remains determined to keep his eyes on his larger vision of humanity's future. Fatherhood has been another defining aspect of Musk's life. While he is often characterized by his intense work ethic, Musk has frequently expressed his love for his children and his desire to spend time with them, even though his demanding schedule makes it difficult. Musk has said that he works long hours, sometimes clocking in 80 to 100 hours per week, but he tries to make the most of the time he has with his kids. Musk's children have largely stayed out of the limelight, but his relationship with them is an essential part of his personal life. He has stated that he is actively involved in their education and that he encourages them to explore their interests. His son, Xaea 12, for example, has already shown a penchant for technology and engineering even at a young age. Musk has said that he takes his kids to SpaceX launches and Tesla factories, giving them the opportunity to be around the work that defines his life. Though Musk's children have had their share of media attention, especially around the birth of his son with Grimes, Musk has been protective of their privacy. He has expressed a desire to ensure that they have normal, fulfilling lives despite his fame. In interviews, Musk has spoken about his hopes for the future of his children. He is committed to providing them with an education that will foster creativity and curiosity, two qualities that were integral to his own success. Musk believes that his children will live in a world vastly different from the one he grew up in, one that will be shaped by artificial intelligence, renewable energy, and the exploration of space. While he may not always be there for them in the traditional sense, he views his work as part of the legacy he will leave for them. Despite his outward confidence and success, Musk has been open about his struggles with mental health, particularly during the more difficult times in his career. He has spoken candidly about feeling overwhelmed at times, especially when his ventures face major challenges. The production hell at Tesla, the struggles to make SpaceX's rockets a reality, and the constant pressures of his businesses have led Musk to experience emotional lows. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Musk described his mental health struggles in a 2020 interview with Joe Rogan, where he revealed that he had experienced dark times in his life, feeling as though everything was falling apart. Musk admitted that at times, he felt the weight of his ambition and goals were too much to bear. The public nature of his mental health battles, compounded by his social media activity, has led to a mix of sympathy and criticism. Musk's openness about his mental health challenges has sparked conversations about the pressures of high-profile leadership and the toll it can take on a person. Some have praised him for being honest and vulnerable, while others have criticized him for airing his struggles in a public forum. Nevertheless, Musk's transparency has helped to humanize him in the eyes of many, showing that even the world's most successful individuals aren't immune to personal struggles. One of the biggest challenges Musk faces is finding a balance between his immense responsibilities as a CEO and his personal life. His intense work ethic is both his greatest strength and his greatest weakness. Musk often works late into the night, sometimes skipping meals or sleep to focus on his various ventures. While this level of dedication has been key to his success, it has also led to personal sacrifices. Musk has been very open about the fact that he doesn't have a typical social life. His work is his primary focus, and he has said that his passion for changing the world often leaves little room for downtime. In a 2018 interview, he admitted that he sometimes works 100 hours a week, leaving him little time for hobbies or relaxation. He has said that while his lifestyle may not be sustainable in the long run, it's necessary for him to achieve his ambitious goals. Despite the sacrifices, Musk has found a balance of sorts. He often spends time with his children, tries to engage in some form of recreation, and even indulges in his interests, such as playing video games and reading. Musk's ability to balance his extreme workload with his family and personal life is a testament to his commitment to maintaining a sense of normalcy amid the chaos. Elon Musk's personal life is as multifaceted and complex as his career. He has experienced deep personal losses, navigated difficult relationships, and struggled with mental health challenges, all while striving to change the world through his innovations. Yet, despite the challenges he faces on a personal level, Musk's family and upbringing have played a central role in shaping his ambitions and worldview. At the heart of Musk's journey is a desire to leave a legacy that extends far beyond personal success. Whether through his children, his companies, or the advancements he's made in technology, Musk is driven by the belief that humanity's future lies in overcoming its limitations and embracing new frontiers. His personal life may be as complicated as his professional one, but it is this combination of ambition, resilience, and vulnerability that makes Elon Musk not just a fascinating entrepreneur, but a complex human being with a relentless drive to achieve greatness. Since the founding of SpaceX in 2002, Elon Musk's ultimate goal has been nothing short of monumental: to make humanity a multiplanetary species. While the idea of colonizing Mars has long been a pipe dream for science fiction writers, Musk is determined to make it a reality. Through Starship, SpaceX's massive reusable spacecraft, Musk believes that space travel will become as routine as air travel, opening the door to interplanetary colonization. SpaceX has made tremendous progress toward this ambitious goal. The Falcon Heavy, which became the most powerful operational rocket in the world, is capable of carrying large payloads into orbit. The Falcon 9, the workhorse of SpaceX's fleet, has revolutionized the space industry by proving the viability of reusable rockets. But it's Starship that represents the true game changer. This fully reusable spacecraft is designed to carry humans to Mars, the Moon, and beyond, potentially altering the trajectory of space exploration. Musk has stated that the timeline for sending the first humans to Mars could be as soon as the mid-2020s, with the goal of establishing a sustainable colony by the 2030s. This vision is not just about exploration, it's about survival. Musk believes that by creating a backup civilization on another planet, humanity can safeguard itself against existential threats, from asteroid impacts to global-scale catastrophes. This philosophy ties into his larger vision of making Earth a more resilient, forward-looking species. While the timeline is ambitious and fraught with challenges, Musk has never shied away from impossible goals. SpaceX is already working with NASA on projects like the Artemis program, which aims to return humans to the Moon by 2024 and set the stage for future Mars missions. As Starship prepares for its first crewed flights, Musk's vision of interplanetary travel inches closer to reality. The impact of SpaceX on space exploration cannot be overstated. If successful, it will revolutionize humanity's place in the cosmos. While Musk's aspirations to conquer space are well known, it's his work with Tesla that has had the most immediate impact on everyday life. Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, and it's been one of the most disruptive forces in the automotive industry. Tesla's electric cars, like the Model S, Model 3, Model X, and Model Y, have proved that electric vehicles, EVs, can be high-performance, stylish, and practical for everyday use. But Musk's vision for Tesla extends far beyond just cars. His ambitions to create a sustainable energy ecosystem have led to Tesla's development of solar energy products and battery storage solutions. The Tesla Powerwall and Powerpack are designed to store solar energy for later use, transforming the way households and businesses consume and manage energy. Musk sees Tesla as a company that will not only lead the charge in the electric vehicle market, but will also play a major role in creating a sustainable energy infrastructure for the entire world. Tesla's gigafactories, massive facilities for the production of batteries and EVs, are already being constructed around the globe, and they represent Musk's vision for a future where renewable energy is abundant and accessible. If Musk's plans come to fruition, the world will see a dramatic shift away from fossil fuels, and transportation, energy generation, and storage will all be powered by clean, renewable sources. The push for electric vehicles and clean energy is already gaining momentum, with governments around the world committing to phase out internal combustion engine vehicles and reduce emissions. Tesla's innovations have played a key role in accelerating these changes, and Musk's commitment to sustainability has set the stage for a cleaner, greener future. While SpaceX and Tesla may dominate the headlines, Musk's work with Neuralink is arguably the most futuristic of all his ventures. Founded in 2016, Neuralink aims to build a direct interface between the human brain and computers, allowing for the seamless exchange of information. This brain-machine interface, BMI, has the potential to revolutionize the treatment of neurological diseases, such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, and could open up new frontiers in human cognition. The long-term goal of Neuralink, however, goes beyond treating diseases. It's about augmenting human capabilities and potentially merging humans with artificial intelligence, AI. Musk has often spoken about the existential threat posed by AI, particularly in its current form, where machines could outpace human intelligence and control. His solution is to create a symbiotic relationship between humans and AI, allowing people to enhance their cognitive abilities and keep pace with rapidly advancing technology. While Neuralink is still in its early stages, the company has already made significant progress. In 2020, Neuralink demonstrated a prototype of its device by showing a pig named Gertrude with a chip implanted in her brain. The device was able to monitor neural activity, opening the door for potential applications in medical science. Musk has also discussed the possibility of using Neuralink to enable telepathic communication, enhance memory, and even treat mental health disorders. The technology is still years away from becoming mainstream, but the implications of Neuralink's work are profound. By directly connecting the brain to computers, Musk hopes to unlock a new era of human potential and create a world where humans are not merely passive users of technology but active participants in shaping it. In many ways, Neuralink represents the intersection of Musk's most ambitious goals: space exploration, sustainable energy, and the evolution of humanity itself. Another aspect of Musk's vision for the future is his work with the Boring Company, which is focused on solving urban transportation problems. Founded in 2016, the company aims to reduce traffic congestion and revolutionize how people move within cities by building underground transportation tunnels. These tunnels will house high-speed, hyperloop systems capable of transporting people and goods at speeds exceeding 700 miles per hour. The idea behind the Boring Company is relatively simple: create a network of tunnels that can alleviate the congestion found in major cities. The company's plans involve constructing these tunnels beneath cities where they can connect important points, like airports, train stations, and major districts, without disturbing the surface world. The project's flagship transportation system, called the Loop, uses electric pods to transport passengers at high speed through these tunnels. In addition to solving transportation problems, the Boring Company could also reduce the environmental impact of urban traffic by promoting electric, autonomous vehicles in its tunnels. This aligns with Musk's broader mission of creating sustainable transportation systems. Although the company's tunneling projects have faced delays and regulatory hurdles, the Boring Company's work highlights Musk's unrelenting drive to improve the way people live and interact with technology. If successful, it could lead to a radical transformation of urban life, making cities cleaner, faster, and more efficient. Elon Musk is not just a business mogul. He is a catalyst for change. His relentless drive to push the boundaries of what is possible has inspired a new generation of innovators, entrepreneurs, and dreamers. He has demonstrated that with a clear vision, determination, and an ability to tackle the world's most pressing challenges, it's possible to achieve what once seemed impossible. Musk's influence extends far beyond his companies. His work has sparked debates about the role of technology in society, the future of AI, the ethics of space exploration, and the challenges of sustainability. He has forced us to think about the long-term impact of our decisions and the potential of human ingenuity to create a better world. Whether or not Musk's ambitious projects come to full fruition remains to be seen. The obstacles are numerous, from technical hurdles to regulatory challenges. Yet, for those who believe in the possibility of a better future, Musk's vision offers hope. A hope that, through innovation and perseverance, humanity can overcome its limitations and unlock new frontiers. Elon Musk's vision for the future is one of audacity, ambition, and transformation. From sending humans to Mars to building a sustainable energy infrastructure, his work is laying the groundwork for a future that is as exciting as it is uncertain. Musk's relentless pursuit of these bold ideas reflects a deep belief in the potential of technology to change the world for the better, and in the power of human beings to rise to the challenges of the future. In the coming decades, we may look back and see that Musk's most ambitious projects have fundamentally altered the course of history. If that's the case, it will be because of his willingness to dream big, to take risks, and to confront the unknown. Musk's influence on transportation is perhaps most visible through Tesla and the Boring Company, two ventures that are reshaping how we think about mobility. While electric vehicles, EVs, were once viewed as impractical and niche, Tesla has made them mainstream, proving that they can be both environmentally friendly and desirable. As more automakers commit to producing EVs, Tesla's success has catalyzed a global shift towards sustainable transportation. The broader societal impact of this shift is enormous. For decades, the automobile industry has been heavily tied to fossil fuels, and the car has been a symbol of personal freedom and independence. But as electric vehicles become the norm, that dynamic is changing. EVs are not only reducing our dependence on oil, but also shifting the way we think about energy production, consumption, and storage. Tesla's work with autonomous driving is also pushing society to rethink the very nature of transportation. With the advent of self-driving cars, many questions arise. How will urban planning change? How will the workforce adapt to new technologies? And perhaps most importantly, what will the role of human drivers be in a world dominated by machines? Musk's Hyperloop concept and the Boring Company's tunnels are pushing the envelope even further. Musk's goal of reducing urban congestion and revolutionizing transportation in major cities has the potential to make travel faster, cleaner, and more efficient. If successful, these transportation systems could fundamentally alter the way we think about commuting and urban infrastructure. The Loop and Hyperloop could transform cities into interconnected hubs, reducing the need for cars and public transportation and opening up new possibilities for urban living. While Musk is best known for his work with electric vehicles, his influence on sustainability goes far beyond transportation. At the core of his vision for Tesla and Solar City, now part of Tesla Energy, is a mission to create a sustainable energy ecosystem that will allow humanity to transition away from fossil fuels. The stakes are high. Climate change and environmental degradation are two of the biggest challenges facing the planet, and Musk believes that renewable energy is key to solving both. Tesla's solar roof and solar panels are a big part of this vision. By combining renewable energy generation with energy storage, Musk is helping to create a world where homes and businesses can generate their own power, store it, and use it without being reliant on the traditional power grid. This shift has the potential to decentralize energy production, giving people more control over how they consume and manage energy. It also reduces the strain on the environment by making power generation cleaner and more sustainable. Tesla's Powerwall and Powerpack systems are another key part of the equation. These battery storage solutions allow individuals, businesses, and even entire communities to store surplus solar energy for later use, making renewable energy more reliable and practical. In regions where the grid is unreliable or non-existent, Tesla's solutions could provide a lifeline, allowing people to access clean energy in remote or underserved areas. The societal implications of these innovations are profound. As more people adopt renewable energy solutions, we could see a dramatic reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, helping to mitigate the worst effects of climate change. At the same time, we could see the rise of a new kind of energy economy, one that is decentralized, democratized, and powered by renewable sources like solar and wind. Musk's work with Neuralink brings us to one of the most fascinating and controversial aspects of his vision for the future: the merging of humans and artificial intelligence, AI. While many people are wary of AI and the rapid pace at which it is advancing, Musk believes that the only way for humanity to stay competitive in the AI race is to enhance human cognition through technology. Neuralink's goal is to create a brain-machine interface that can help treat neurological disorders, such as Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, and potentially even allow humans to communicate with machines using just their thoughts. But Musk's broader goal is to allow humans to keep pace with the rapid development of AI, which he believes could eventually surpass human intelligence in terms of raw processing power. While the benefits of brain-machine interfaces could be enormous, there are significant ethical questions surrounding the technology. What happens when humans can directly interface with machines and even enhance their cognitive abilities? How do we protect people from exploitation or abuse of such technology? Musk has been vocal about his concerns regarding the potential dangers of AI, particularly the possibility that powerful AI systems could pose a threat to humanity if left unchecked. The ethical implications of Neuralink and AI are still in their early stages, but they raise important questions about how we balance innovation with responsibility. As AI continues to advance, society will need to grapple with these issues and find ways to ensure that technology serves humanity rather than the other way around. One of Musk's most ambitious and exciting projects is SpaceX, and its impact on society is likely to unfold over the next several decades. Musk's goal to make humanity a multiplanetary species and colonize Mars could have a profound effect on the way we think about our place in the universe. For most of human history, space exploration was something reserved for government agencies like NASA, but SpaceX has opened up the possibility of private companies leading the charge into the stars. The societal impact of space exploration could be transformational. On a practical level, advances in space technology could have numerous spin-off applications on Earth, from new materials to energy generation to telecommunications. But on a deeper level, the idea of making life on other planets a reality challenges our very understanding of what it means to be human. Colonizing Mars isn't just about exploring a new frontier. It's about ensuring humanity's survival in the face of existential threats. Musk has been clear that one of his motivations for pushing forward with Mars colonization is to create a backup for Earth in case of catastrophic events. Whether it's an asteroid impact, nuclear war, or the long-term effects of climate change, Musk believes that having a self-sustaining human presence on another planet is essential for the survival of the species. This bold vision of interplanetary colonization challenges us to think beyond our current limitations and imagine a future where humanity is not confined to Earth but is actively exploring and colonizing other planets. While this may seem like a distant dream, the advancements Musk and SpaceX are making in rocket technology, sustainability, and human space travel could make this dream a reality sooner than we think. Musk's impact on society is not just about the technologies he is developing, but the ways in which these innovations are changing how we live and work. As automation, artificial intelligence, and renewable energy reshape industries, traditional notions of work, productivity, and career paths are being challenged. For example, the rise of autonomous vehicles and robotic factories could displace millions of jobs, forcing society to find new ways to provide for people whose work becomes obsolete. At the same time, Musk's projects could create new industries and new opportunities for innovation. Space exploration, for example, will require a highly skilled workforce in fields like engineering, software development, and life sciences. The push for renewable energy will create jobs in solar, wind, and energy storage. The advent of AI and brain-machine interfaces could also open up new avenues for human achievement and exploration, allowing people to focus on more creative, intellectual, and high-level tasks. Musk's approach to technology and innovation isn't just about building products. He is focused on changing the very structure of society and how we approach progress. His vision of a future powered by AI, sustainable energy, and space exploration presents a paradigm shift in how we think about human potential and the role of technology in shaping our future. Elon Musk's ventures are more than just business opportunities. They are catalysts for societal change. From transforming transportation and energy systems to rethinking human cognition and space exploration, Musk's innovations are forcing us to reconsider everything from our environmental responsibilities to the very nature of human progress. While these changes present enormous opportunities, they also come with significant challenges. As Musk continues to push the boundaries of what is possible, society will need to adapt to these changes and navigate the ethical, economic, and social implications of his work. Whether we embrace or resist these changes, one thing is clear. The world Musk is helping to create will be radically different from the one we know today. One of Musk's most significant contributions to the global economy has been his work with Tesla and the transformation of the automotive industry. Tesla's success has accelerated the adoption of electric vehicles, EVs, worldwide, forcing traditional automakers to reconsider their strategies. Once seen as a niche product for environmentalists, electric vehicles are now a mainstream market segment, thanks in large part to Tesla's innovation and leadership. As electric vehicles become more affordable, efficient, and desirable, they are gradually replacing traditional internal combustion engine, ICE vehicles. Tesla's growing market share and technological leadership have compelled legacy automakers like Ford, General Motors, Volkswagen, and others to invest heavily in electric vehicle development. In fact, many automakers are now setting ambitious targets for EV production, with some even announcing plans to phase out ICE vehicles entirely within the next few decades. This shift has ripple effects throughout the global economy. The growth of the electric vehicle market has spurred investments in battery technology, charging infrastructure, and supply chains. As demand for EVs rises, countries and companies are focusing on improving battery production and energy storage solutions, key components in making EVs more accessible and practical. The electric vehicle revolution also has significant geopolitical implications. Countries that dominate the production of critical materials for EV batteries, such as lithium, cobalt, and nickel, are finding themselves in a strategic position. This has led to geopolitical maneuvering over supply chains and mining operations, with some countries pushing to secure their positions as major suppliers of these resources. Musk's influence on the automotive industry has also been felt through his innovations in autonomous driving. Tesla's push for self-driving technology has the potential to transform the way we think about transportation. In the coming decades, we could see entire fleets of autonomous electric vehicles, drastically reducing traffic accidents, improving efficiency, and opening up new possibilities for shared transportation networks. Beyond cars, Musk's influence extends into the renewable energy sector. His vision for a sustainable future is centered around Tesla Energy, which focuses on solar energy generation, energy storage, and grid stability. Musk believes that the future of energy lies in solar power, and Tesla's work with solar panels, solar roofs, and energy storage systems is helping to make this future a reality. The global shift toward renewable energy is one of the most significant economic trends of the 21st century, and Musk's work is at the forefront of this transformation. As concerns about climate change intensify, governments, businesses, and consumers are increasingly turning to clean energy solutions as a way to reduce carbon emissions and mitigate the impacts of global warming. Tesla's Powerwall, Powerpack, and Megapack systems are part of a broader trend of decentralized energy production. These products allow homes and businesses to generate and store their own energy, reducing reliance on traditional utilities. On a larger scale, Tesla's energy solutions could help stabilize power grids, especially in regions that rely heavily on renewable sources like wind and solar, which can be intermittent. In addition to Tesla, Musk's SolarCity acquisition, now part of Tesla Energy, has positioned him as a key player in the solar industry. SolarCity's residential solar installations and Tesla's solar roof products are making it easier for individuals to adopt solar energy. The rapid expansion of the solar industry is creating jobs and driving innovation, from new ways to capture and store solar energy to breakthroughs in energy efficiency. This transition to renewable energy has far-reaching implications for the global economy. The move away from fossil fuels will disrupt traditional energy markets, particularly those reliant on oil and coal. It will also require massive investments in clean energy infrastructure, including energy storage, smart grids, and electric vehicles. As more countries adopt clean energy solutions, the demand for renewable energy products and services will only continue to grow, creating a booming green economy. SpaceX has fundamentally changed the landscape of space exploration. Musk's goal to make humanity a multi-planetary species and his pursuit of Mars colonization are reshaping the global space industry. SpaceX's success in reducing the cost of space travel through reusable rockets has opened up new possibilities for space exploration and commercial activities beyond Earth. The space economy is a rapidly growing sector, with private companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Virgin Galactic leading the charge. Musk's work has made space travel more accessible and affordable, creating a new era of commercial space activity. Whether it's launching satellites, sending cargo to the International Space Station, or preparing for crewed missions to Mars, SpaceX has made space more than just the domain of government agencies like NASA. Musk's Starship project, which aims to transport humans to Mars, is poised to be a game-changer. While there are still technical and financial challenges to overcome, the potential for interplanetary travel could open up entirely new industries, from mining asteroids for valuable resources to establishing human settlements on other planets. The idea of commercial space travel and tourism is also on the horizon, with private companies working to send civilians into space for the first time. The space economy's growth will have significant economic implications, from the development of new technologies to the creation of new jobs in aerospace, engineering, and space tourism. Countries and companies that invest in space exploration and space-based infrastructure will gain a competitive advantage in the 21st century economy. Musk's work with Neuralink and his concerns about the dangers of artificial intelligence, AI, have sparked conversations about the role of AI in the global economy. AI has already begun to impact various industries, from healthcare and finance to manufacturing and retail. The automation of tasks through AI is making businesses more efficient and cost-effective, but it also raises concerns about job displacement and the future of work. Neuralink's work to develop brain-machine interfaces is one potential solution to the growing challenges posed by AI. Musk's goal of merging human intelligence with AI is driven by the belief that humans must keep pace with the rapid development of AI to remain competitive. As AI continues to advance, it could transform industries like healthcare, education, and finance, creating new opportunities for innovation while also presenting significant challenges in terms of regulation and ethics. The rise of AI is also forcing society to rethink its approach to education and workforce development. As automation and AI take over more routine tasks, Workers will need to develop new skills to thrive in an increasingly tech-driven economy. This shift will require a massive investment in education and retraining programs, as well as policies that help people transition into new roles in a rapidly changing job market. Musk's ventures are driving an economic transformation that goes beyond any single industry. His work is reshaping entire sectors, from automotive and energy to space and AI. But beyond the specific industries he's disrupting, Musk's influence on the global economy is about shifting the way we think about the future. Musk has introduced the world to a new kind of entrepreneur, one who isn't just looking to build successful companies, but is driven by a vision of changing the world. His bold ideas about sustainability, space exploration, and human enhancement are inspiring a new generation of innovators who see no limits to what's possible. The global economy is at a crossroads, and the choices we make now will determine the future. Will we embrace the possibilities that Musk's innovations present, or will we resist change and cling to old ways of thinking? As industries evolve and new technologies emerge, the economy will continue to shift, creating both challenges and opportunities. Elon Musk's influence on the global economy is undeniable. His companies are driving innovation in some of the most critical sectors of the 21st century, and his visionary ideas are shaping the future in ways that were once unimaginable. The shift toward electric vehicles, renewable energy, space exploration, and AI is not just an economic trend. It is a fundamental rethinking of what is possible and what our future could look like. As the world continues to change, Musk's impact will only grow. Whether it's through the widespread adoption of electric vehicles, the establishment of human colonies on Mars, or the development of new technologies to augment human capabilities, Musk's vision for the future is one that will shape the world for generations to come. Perhaps one of the most profound ethical questions surrounding Musk's ventures is his work in artificial intelligence, AI, and Neuralink. On one hand, AI promises to revolutionize industries, make life more efficient, and help solve complex global challenges like climate change, healthcare, and transportation. On the other hand, AI raises deep concerns about autonomy, control, and the potential for unintended consequences. Musk has consistently warned about the dangers of unregulated AI. In 2014, he famously said that AI was potentially more dangerous than nuclear weapons. His concerns center on the possibility of AI surpassing human intelligence, leading to unpredictable and possibly catastrophic outcomes. While Musk's call for regulation has sparked debate, it highlights a crucial ethical dilemma. How do we balance the benefits of AI with the risks of creating systems that we may not be able to control? His work with Neuralink further compounds these concerns. Neuralink is developing brain-machine interfaces, BMIs, that could allow humans to merge with AI, potentially unlocking new forms of human cognition and memory enhancement. The technology could revolutionize medicine by treating neurological conditions like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, but it also raises the question: what happens when human minds and machines are linked so closely? Could this blur the line between human consciousness and artificial intelligence? Ethical considerations related to Neuralink also include privacy. If we can literally upload thoughts and memories into machines, what happens to our personal data? Who owns the thoughts and experiences we store in a digital format? And how do we protect people from manipulation or coercion in a world where minds can be directly interfaced with machines? These ethical questions are not just abstract musings. They are immediate and pressing challenges that will require thoughtful consideration, regulations, and oversight as AI and Neuralink technology continue to advance. One of the more immediate social challenges Musk's innovations present is the displacement of workers due to automation. Musk's work with Tesla, SpaceX, and other ventures relies heavily on robotics, AI, and machine learning, technologies that have the potential to replace human labor in many industries. While automation may lead to more efficient production systems, it also raises serious questions about job loss, economic inequality, and the future of work. The rise of autonomous vehicles, for example, could displace millions of driving-related jobs, from truck drivers to taxi drivers. Similarly, as robotics and AI become more advanced, many manufacturing and service jobs could be automated, reducing the demand for low-skilled labor. This could exacerbate existing economic inequalities, as those without the skills to transition into new roles may find themselves out of work. Musk himself has acknowledged the problem of job displacement, but his proposed solution, Universal Basic Income, UBI, is controversial. UBI is a concept that advocates for providing every citizen with a fixed, unconditional income to cover their basic needs, regardless of employment status. While UBI could provide a safety net for those affected by automation, critics argue that it may discourage people from working, and it doesn't address the deeper issues of inequality, access to education, or economic mobility. As we move further into an automated future, society will need to address these issues head-on, finding solutions that ensure people have the opportunities, skills, and resources to thrive in a rapidly changing economy. This will require not just technological innovation but also social policy and economic restructuring to ensure a more equitable future for all. Another key ethical challenge that Musk's innovations must confront is their environmental impact. While Musk's companies are at the forefront of the push for sustainable energy, Tesla's electric vehicles, solar panels, and battery storage systems, as well as SolarCity's focus on residential solar power, there are still environmental concerns surrounding the production and disposal of some of these technologies. For example, the mining of lithium, cobalt, and other rare earth metals required for electric vehicle batteries can have significant environmental and human rights impacts. In regions like the Democratic Republic of Congo, where cobalt is mined, there are widespread concerns about poor working conditions, child labor, and environmental degradation. While Musk has pushed for Tesla to source these materials responsibly, the global demand for EV batteries means that these ethical and environmental challenges will only increase. Tesla's battery production itself also poses environmental challenges. While the use of renewable energy reduces carbon emissions over the long term, the manufacturing process for batteries involves significant energy consumption and the use of raw materials that are not always sustainably sourced. As Tesla and other companies ramp up production to meet the growing demand for electric vehicles, the industry will have to grapple with how to balance progress with sustainable practices. These concerns point to a larger question that all technological progress must address. How do we balance the desire for innovation with the need to protect the environment and ensure that resources are used responsibly? As we move toward a more sustainable future, companies like Tesla and SpaceX will need to lead the way in not just cutting-edge technology, but also sustainable production and responsible resource use. Space exploration is one of the most exciting and potentially transformative areas of Musk's work, but it also presents ethical and cultural challenges. Musk's vision of colonizing Mars and establishing a human presence beyond Earth has captivated imaginations worldwide. But it also raises complex questions about humanity's role in space, the ethical treatment of extraterrestrial environments, and the implications of interplanetary colonization. The first challenge is the environmental impact of space exploration. While the goal of SpaceX is to reduce the cost of space travel, sending rockets and spacecraft into orbit is still an energy-intensive process with environmental consequences. Musk's vision of reusable rockets has reduced some of the waste associated with space missions, but space travel still requires significant energy resources, not to mention the carbon emissions generated by rocket launches. There are also concerns about the ethical implications of colonizing other planets. Is it ethical to exploit resources from other planets when we have not yet fully solved the environmental and social issues on Earth? And what happens if we encounter microbial life on Mars or elsewhere in the solar system? Should we prioritize the preservation of these environments, or should the goal be to terraform and colonize new worlds for human expansion? Additionally, as humanity looks to establish settlements on Mars, questions about the governance and rights of individuals living on other planets will arise. How will these new colonies be governed? Will they be subject to Earth's laws, or will new legal and political systems emerge? These are not just speculative questions. They will likely become a reality as space travel becomes more accessible. Finally, Musk's ventures are prompting a cultural shift in how we perceive human progress, technology, and social connections. As we move toward a future defined by AI, autonomous systems, renewable energy, and space exploration, we are also faced with existential questions about the role of humanity in this rapidly changing world. The rise of AI and automation has the potential to redefine the nature of work, personal identity, and social relationships. If machines are capable of performing many of the tasks that humans once did, what will people do for fulfillment and purpose? How will society balance the need for technological progress with the preservation of human dignity and the human spirit? Moreover, as technology becomes more pervasive in our lives, we must ask how it will affect our sense of community and human connection. Will technologies like Neuralink and AI enhance human relationships, or will they create further divisions between people? As we adopt new technologies, how do we ensure that we remain true to our human values? Empathy, creativity, and cooperation. The cultural questions Musk's innovations raise are just as important as the technological ones. Society must think carefully about how we navigate this new world, ensuring that our pursuit of progress does not come at the expense of our humanity. Elon Musk's innovations offer a bold vision for the future, but they also come with significant ethical, social, and cultural challenges. As we embrace these new technologies, we must remain vigilant and responsible, ensuring that we are not simply chasing progress for its own sake, but using technology to improve the human condition in a meaningful way. Musk's most profound legacy may be the way he has changed our perception of what is possible. From launching the world's first privately funded spacecraft to disrupting the automotive industry with electric vehicles, Musk has proven that bold ideas, no matter how ambitious, can be turned into reality. For future entrepreneurs, Musk's story offers a blueprint for approaching innovation. His path is not one of incremental progress, but rather a series of quantum leaps, taking seemingly impossible ideas and turning them into commercially viable products and services. His willingness to take risks, embrace failure, and persist in the face of adversity is something that entrepreneurs across the world are taking note of. Musk's life is a reminder that visionary thinking and grit can achieve the extraordinary, even in the face of overwhelming odds. While his journey hasn't been without controversy or setbacks, Musk has taught us that failure is an inevitable part of success. His ventures, from the initial struggles of Tesla to SpaceX's early rocket failures, show that the key to innovation lies in resilience, the ability to keep moving forward even when the world doubts you. This mindset has inspired a new generation of entrepreneurs to think bigger and push harder for their dreams. Musk's focus on solving global challenges, from sustainable energy to multiplanetary colonization, also sets a powerful example. The future of entrepreneurship will likely revolve around not just profit, but purpose. Musk's ventures are redefining business success as being about impact, not just financial gain. At the heart of Musk's legacy is his deep commitment to creating a sustainable future. Through Tesla, SolarCity, and other ventures, Musk has demonstrated that green technology can not only be profitable, but can also drive massive global change. In doing so, he's shown us that business doesn't have to be at odds with the environment. It can be the driving force behind a better world. The electric vehicle revolution that Tesla helped ignite is one of the most significant environmental shifts in modern history. Musk's work has forced industries to rethink their reliance on fossil fuels, setting a new standard for clean, sustainable transportation. As governments around the world ramp up efforts to combat climate change, Musk's influence will continue to be felt in the growing demand for electric vehicles and renewable energy technologies. Beyond cars and solar panels, Musk's contributions to battery storage, energy independence, and clean grid technologies are reshaping the entire energy sector. In the years to come, Tesla's energy products, like the Powerwall and Megapack, will continue to play a vital role in the transition to a low-carbon world. By proving that innovation can align with environmental stewardship, Musk has sparked a global shift in the way we think about sustainability. This shift toward a more sustainable future is not just a technological revolution, but also a cultural and political one. Musk's influence has been crucial in inspiring governments, corporations, and individuals to rethink their roles in addressing global environmental challenges. The future will likely be one where sustainability is not just an option. It will be essential to economic success and global stability. Perhaps one of the most lasting aspects of Musk's legacy will be his contributions to space exploration. Through SpaceX, Musk has redefined the possibility of space travel, turning what was once the domain of government-funded agencies like NASA into an arena for private enterprise. His success in developing reusable rockets and cutting the cost of space travel has set the stage for a new era of exploration. The idea of establishing a human presence on Mars and other planets is no longer the stuff of science fiction. It's an active goal for Musk and SpaceX. While the challenges of colonizing another planet remain immense, Musk's vision of becoming a multiplanetary species will inspire generations of scientists, engineers, and explorers to push the boundaries of what humanity can achieve. Musk's space ambitions will also likely foster a new wave of space-based industries, from space tourism and asteroid mining to interplanetary transportation. As technology continues to evolve, these industries will shape the global economy in ways we can't yet fully predict. By demonstrating that private companies can contribute to space exploration, Musk has sparked a competitive race for space innovation, with multiple companies now vying for their own piece of the final frontier. Even beyond SpaceX, Musk's efforts have brought space exploration back into the public imagination. The idea of human life beyond Earth is now a topic of global discussion, and Musk has helped ignite the dream of humanity as an interplanetary species. His legacy in space exploration will not be about any single achievement, but the enduring sense that the stars are within our reach. The future world Musk is helping to build is one of immense possibility, but also great responsibility. Will the benefits of his innovations be evenly distributed, or will they exacerbate existing inequalities? While his work has the potential to lift humanity to new heights, it is crucial that the systems and structures we build around this progress ensure that no one is left behind. The legacy of his work will depend on how we balance technological progress with the well-being of people and the environment. As Musk's innovations continue to unfold, society will need to engage in important discussions about ethics, governance, and social responsibility. The cultural shift Musk has inspired can help drive these conversations forward, ensuring that his legacy is one of inclusive growth and shared prosperity. Elon Musk's legacy is not just about the technologies he's created or the companies he's built. It's about his vision for a better future. His work has sparked a global conversation about the potential of human ingenuity to solve the world's greatest problems, from climate change to interplanetary exploration. Musk's success story is an invitation to dream bigger, think bolder, and work harder to create a world that seems impossible today. The next generations will undoubtedly face challenges that Musk himself cannot predict. But the foundation he's laid, through Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, and other ventures, will serve as a beacon of possibility and hope for those who come after him. Musk's legacy is one of visionary thinking, bold action, and unwavering commitment to the idea that the future belongs to those who are willing to push the boundaries of what is possible. For those who follow in his footsteps, the road ahead will be both difficult and exhilarating. But one thing is certain, Musk's impact on the world will continue to unfold for generations to come. His work has reshaped the way we think about technology, sustainability, and human potential, and his legacy will serve as a constant reminder that the future is what we make of it. As we conclude this exploration of Elon Musk's life and legacy, it's clear that his journey is far from over. The technologies, ideas, and dreams he's brought into the world are still evolving, still unfolding. While we may not know exactly what the future holds, we can be certain that Musk's influence will continue to shape it in ways both profound and surprising. Musk's story is a powerful reminder that the future is not written in stone. It is shaped by those who dare to dream and take action. His legacy will inspire not just entrepreneurs and engineers, but everyone who believes in the power of human innovation to create a better world. The journey continues, and the future, whatever it may hold, is now in the hands of those bold enough to dream big. Hit subscribe and leave a comment with where you're watching from. This story might just spark a new beginning. What's one thing that always pushes you forward, even when things get tough?